You.
Five, four, three, two.
Are you guys ready up there? Okay, just give me a second. All right. All right, quiet on the set.
You. Oh, peace and blessings of the most high, the balance, omniverses, multiverses, tri-verses, dual verses, universes be upon you all in earshot and eye shot of God. It's your friendly neighborhood Pharaoh Rhymes and Shepsi's Dwamutef Moon, and welcome to another episode of Revision Radio, where we seek, analyze, and break down right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding, right thinking, right reasoning, and right action from the third eye point of view. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Listen, man, you know what it is. This is another one. I need y'all to get out there, like, share, like, tell the world. You know, we doing them things. Let me get my preliminaries out of the way. Because we got the God Emperor KHUFU back on deck, and we're gonna walk through the history and past, present, and future of the Washitaw this time around. So let me read my daily word, and then we gonna get in. So this is the daily word from my cool chief Thunderbird Black Eagle. He said for October 22nd, how many times have you said that you are not going to do that again? How many times, nigga? How many times have you said this is the last time? Basically, him saying, get your thing together. Get your thing. Where my lips? Yeah. And let me see my daily revolutionary thoughts. Daily revolutionary thoughts. This is from a being, Amali Yeshatila. And it says, you got these young brothers out there that's thinking that they're getting something that they're going to make a living with, but they're killing themselves just like the wolf was licking the blade, and they're slowly dying without knowing. That's just from the excerpt from the Dead Prez. Remember that? From Dead Prez, get free or die trying. That's what we're looking at. We're looking to get free or die trying. So at the youngest ages possible, our children must be prepared to rebuild the world from scratch if necessary. It is not a matter of wasting time reinventing the wheel. The wheel was old before those who accuse us of reinventing it had come out of their caves. We cannot reinvent what we have already invented, what is already ours. Therefore, it is simply a matter of our children developing their minds so they will be able to think and build as their ancestors. Their curiosity must not be lost to anti-African educational institutions or crass, conspicuous consumerism. If the purpose of our children's education is no more than to get a job so they can continue building others' empires while fighting each other over some temporarily discarded loose change, then it is absolutely counterproductive for us. Worse, it is treasonous and genocidal, because in the white supremacist capitalist game, their gain is our loss. If mental work cannot be connected to the care and cultivation of land and other resources, and the physical work cannot be connected to the arts and sciences, the two cannot become one revolutionary force. And if both of these cannot be inextricably connected to spirit, they cannot transform a people or empower them within their traditions. Affirm, I believe in the power of conscious education. That's it. I enjoy that. And on that note, family, we're going to get it going. It is 8 o'clock, 8 now, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see where we at. And, okay, the God is here. Adeloi. Is it Eloi? Raobat Moisar, Raobat Israel, Raobat Nefer Ascent, Raobat Mark Hammonds, Raobat Ronald Newton, Raobat Miss Infinity and Oral Plumber. Too many times, powerful, peace and blessings. Yeah, we on it. Round back, Emperor KHUFU, are you ready? Should I throw the light? Did I throw the light in your direction? I see you. They don't see you though, but I see you. I just want to make sure you're ready for the picture perfect screen, or you need some more time. Okay, because you sometimes I gotta get it ready too, before we. But here, all right, we add it on. Let's go, Elder. All right, Mukdal, let's go. Okay. Yeah. Round back, peace and blessings. Hatep where I shook. Go back where I shook. Assalamu alaikum magic. What's going on, God? How you doing, beloved?
Better. Do my tell.
That's right. That's one of my mantras. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, that's one of my mantras.
Let's before we get to the Empress.
Talk about it. Let's go.
Before we get to the Empress, let me set something straight on my Chief Thunderbird, okay? Black, okay.
I want you to.
I'm going to check this straight, and I'm going to say it once and for all, okay? I'm putting everybody on notice. And I'm going to officially announce it on the government site come Sunday.
Okay.
Right? I am officially establishing the Royal House of York. And I'm delegating some of my authority from the Constitution that he put under me. Okay? That's the Imperial Constitution of the Continental Moorish Embassy Empire. And under the Imperial powers that's granted to me, I'm delegating some of my authority, and I'm creating and establishing a Royal House of York. Okay? And it's going to be determined by his children who sit in that seat, and whoever claimed to be a York, they're going to have to be registered through the Royal House of York. Whoever step out there and proclaim to represent the Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird or Dr. Malachi Zadok York L. You don't believe me? Go check the web page, go to proof, and go down to certain proofs, and you're going to see an apostille that says Dr. Malachi Zadok York L. And you go 2 down, you're going to see another apostille that says Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird. Okay? And then if you go up a little bit, you're going to see a nationality that he nationalized me to come get him. Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird. So all these cats out here signing affidavits about some de facto chief, you got to answer to the Royal House of York. Anybody do anything outside of the Royal House of York, they can come through their Imperial Judicial Administration and they can prosecute your ass. Now, let's get to the Empress.
We gonna get to the Empress somewhere down the road. Hold up. Hold up, God. Hold up. Gonna be starting something. Got to be starting something. I'm too high to get over.
See, I'm gonna be nice, but this young moron is going to play this mic game when I'm giving him knowledge, and he cut me off. So the next other day, I went on there, and I was going to our government website, and it posted on my Facebook. So I just seen what was happening and tapped in there to see where it hit me up. That's how I am. And I heard my name mentioned. So I typed in, gave him some information, and he's going to shut me off again. This guy don't know who I am. Okay, so I'm not here to play games and debate. Okay, this guy Shabuel, I only came down because the nation. This guy has nothing. He's done. I finish him up right now in 2 minutes. Look, the apostille that he so-called got came from your daddy's Chief Black Thunderbird Eagles authority.
That's true.
So for him to get out here and speak on behalf of the Yamasee, okay, I dare him. Okay? I'm just being real with you.
I understand. Well, we asked him.
He came in, he went up to the State Department, Shin Henry Bay, and tried to get a duplicate copy of the apostille. That's showing you his treasonous from the beginning. For him to get up here and say, I never used the treaty. All right, well, you're going to have to come to court to prove it. Because that's Doc's territory and that's Doc's state. And he made me the damn secure party over it. So I got authority. I don't need him to speak. I don't need his. I got the full faith and credit. Okay. I got full authority. and I got full everything over Chief Black Eagle, Thunderbird Eagle. Go check your attorneys. Go check the international law. He is docked in his own state, and I run that damn state now. So I'm creating a royal house of York to straighten this bull crap out. Some crazy ass talking about they got some embassy in Liberia. You sound like clowns. If you got a real embassy, Liberia will be the receiving state, okay? And then they'll be paying your monkey asses. Don't get me going on y'all, calling this man a damn president. He's a sovereign of his own state. Our president is a corporation. If anything, he'll be a prime minister. You don't know what you're doing. I here making them look crazy. So I'm sick in the House of York to come shut all this crap down. And I'm giving them the damn authority that they desire and need to do what the hell they need to do to get this damn job done.
Well, what if they ain't got no interest in getting their father out?
I ain't worried about that. I'm in the House of York. I don't care about all that. That don't mean nothing to me. He's property of the Imperial Scene Wag Up for the public, Imperial Royal Kingdom. He's property. Everything about him we own. Son of your government. That government we established under his. That's what I say he's a former chief. Because you don't understand contract law.
No, people are emotional. Law. You know how our people are. Our people are emotional. That's why they can't stand in business and in law.
That's fine. You got to walk this path now.
I understand what you mean.
This ain't no Jesus come to save you mission. Hell out of here with that crap.
Because all right, well, listen, definitely, as we go.
Listen, look how embarrassed they doing my brother. I'm a Zodok, okay? You want to come playing with me? I'm a Zodok, okay? Zodoks don't leave nobody behind. So you need to go check your order. You want to be out of the order, Melchizedek, out of ancient Egyptian order? You want to be able to? No, I'm out of the order, Zodok. And we don't come stepping on feet. We come stepping on necks. So get the hell out my way when I'm coming to get my chief. Now I raise the royal house up the way it's supposed to be on the international arena, and it'll have its authority. I got authority from the United States of America. Don't come playing with me. I got authority from the state of Georgia that your dumb asses live in. You got to pay taxes to. They gave me full faith and credit. Don't come playing with me. And when I signed that contract with full faith and credit, we had Monica Zadok York L on the 19th. That's when he took office. Okay, we got that thing out still on the 20th, and I went into court with him on the 30th to come get my damn chief. And I was 20 years ahead of him now. Hell, I'm 30 years ahead of you now. So you need to get caught up and come and run this damn state and get this House of York straight so y'all can clean this mess up out here on the street. Want to debate people? You ain't got time to debate these clowns. You got a state to run. You want to shut me off, man. So before we get to the Empress, I just want to announce that I'm not going to announce who I feel like need to sit in these seats. And okay, I'll be asked not to. So I'm going to let them decide. And when we come together and do a proclamation, then you will know. And when they speak, then you move. Until then, everything you need to shut down like your master teacher taught you. Know when to shut down. Know when to fold. The time now, fold until the House of York come tell you what to do. Come playing with me.
Hey, man, bring it. Bring them out. Bring them out. We want to. It's hard to yell with the barrels in your mouth. We want all the smoke.
They want to actually come in. They want to actually come and attempt to challenge my authority. This little sister coming on there talking about the brothers need to come check me. I'm here right now. They ain't got no damn venue to come check me. You come check me. Under the government, sisters can speak just as loud as the men. So come bring your argument and stop collecting money on Doc's behalf. You ain't paying shit but yourself.
Damn, love it. Where you get that from? Let me.
Don't get me started.
Hey, man.
You know what? I tell you, they set a fire. You don't come cut a sovereign off because you want to be a smooth sailor. Some talking about some Sabian assassin. Well, I'm Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle assassin. The hell out of here. You gonna play with me? I'm gonna show you what kind of authority he granted me. And I'm giving, and you ain't got, KHUFU. No. I'm creating a house of York and let his family come take care of y'all chumps. And if they want you to be in their house, you got to have their seal. If they don't want to see your monkey ass, they ain't got to say nothing. It's their estate. It's their father's estate. And I'm here to set it up straight for them.
So we even okay. So now, let me ask you a question, brother KHUFU. So, even with that, right, with that endeavor that you're taking on, so now what you're saying is all of the quote unquote tribal members and adherents of that's been walking with Doc for X amount of years, they now have to go through. They will have to go through his blood family to get recognized.
They have to register under the House of York, and the House of York will have to have we have our own recording service. They'll have it doc of everything dealing with my Chief Black Thunderbird's estate. Okay, so however the family members set it out, what get percentage and all that, that's between them. I ain't got nothing to do with it. It's his estate. Okay, well, that girl told me, like Chief Black, he could dead. No, he ain't dead. That's why I do things that I do, could keep him alive. And you silly asses, he'd be dead by now. You don't know what you playing with. These people bearing his name, putting all kind of magic on this man, and y'all out here playing games. That's why they sent Zodok, me, one. They ain't need two. They sent one. Who is this guy? I'm right here. Come ask me all your damn questions.
Come ask the questions. Yo, make sure y'all share to the people who got questions. Let's get it. Let's get it. I mean, because I ain't gonna lie. I was upset. You came through. You put yourself on the platform, out on the world platform to be questioned and to reason things out. And the next day, the Wu-Tang Clan showed up with questions. I was like, well, where y'all niggas was at yesterday? You know what I'm saying? The next day afterwards, here we go with all the questions, but nobody was here when it was the day of. So I'm like, look.
That's why I sent it. That's why we sent it to you early, so everybody can know, so they ain't got no damn excuses.
Let's go.
I'm not mad at Mutt. I'm not mad at none of them. I'm just here to set your daddy's house up the way he gave me the position to do it.
Well, let's run the state. We with it. Because that's what it's about. It's about learning and mastering and putting it into practice. Not yipping and yapping. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share. And we be having hundreds of views and no likes. How y'all ain't like it? Y'all ain't dislike it, goddamn it, like it.
Because I'm the unwanted one. Nobody ain't supposed to like me, dog. I'm Adaloye. The unwanted one.
That's the attribute. Wow. Let's get, that's what it is.
That's the title. That's the Dima song rules. That's under the Empress. I ain't heard that. The word that's on the royal seal says unwanted God. If you inherit that seal, you the unwanted one. Nobody likes you for what you bringing. But you got healing in your wings. So you got healing in your wings. You just got to come run your state.
I got you. You know what? Sister just asked a question that's actually excellent. She verbalized what I've been looking to say. She said, well, how does the House of York for Baba's children help the Sabaeans when Baba's children don't walk in his path nor care about his mission? No disrespect at all.
That's why you forming a House of York, so you can separate all that crap. See, all that stuff, the Sabaeans and all, that's all fiction corporation. That's something Sakina and them did using that old corporation crap trying to find a little trust. All right, all that stuff. That's all fiction. That's giving the state control of all of Doc's estate. That's not proper. Doc is a live being in his own state. So everything that's dealing with Doc's estate is under his own republic form of state under constitutional rule. So you might get out there and break the law now, but chicken come home to roost. That's why I used to say all the time, linger long die you must. But you got to account for all this stuff. So all these people getting mad and frustrated because all the devilment they did against my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming shining the light. They want to come shine a fire on me. I'm gonna give you something where I'm coming from, and the magic I play with. I ain't worried about these cats. I come to get my. I told you, he's my vizier, and as he been my vizier, he has a royal house, and I need that damn royal house to be straight so I can go get my damn vizier. Okay? And I ain't got time to keep playing with these damn people.
So what let me get you. Do you have an ETA, an estimated time of arrival? Do we have an
That
ETA?
ain't nothing. This is a live call. That's between the House of York and the Royal Kingdom.
I understand.
That's all. That's none of nobody's business. If when they decide to announce themselves and who's the crown prince over that house, then they'll let you know. And nobody should move until then. So they can create a trust. I'm going to show them so they can set that damn estate up through a trust. And that way, anybody won't get any kind of funding from Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird or Malachi Zadok Yoel is going to have to fund the trust. And then the trust would come in and represent the property, Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird, and everything, the case, every damn thing got to be handed over to the House of York. Civilians ain't got a damn thing. They need to want, let the House of York, come on, everything they did is corporation. Remember, real careful. Doc gave them power of attorney over Dwight York, a misnomer. He don't exist. The case is over, closed, sealed. Nobody can open that case. Why do you want to? It's dealing with a nigga named Dwight York that don't exist. I'm coming to get Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird. That's property of this state. And got his own damn constitution that he dropped under here. Got his own damn holy tablets that he dropped under here. Got his own damn royal seals that he dropped under here. And I've been holding it quiet for a long time, just watching. I ain't want nothing. Doc made me. Doc nationalized me. Doc helped me. You know how hard it would be to set a state up to go write your constitution? Hell, he gave me an easy street. He filed it for me. I remember back in the day, some judges asked me, well, you know, if you get away from Dr. York, you know, the whole world would like you. I said, I can't get away from Dr. York. They said, why? I said, because he put the damn constitution under the government. I can never get rid of Dr. York. He's a Zodok. I'm a damn Zodok. We don't leave no Zodok behind. Are you serious? You wimpies. Gonna try. You talking to man, I'm waking up all the damn Ansars.
Let's go.
Everybody coming to see me.
Let's go. Listen, let's go. I mean, and I assure you, you done offer some bread. The Yorks is coming too. They coming to collect. They gonna line up. It's going down. You about to get calls from everybody.
Matter of fact, I'm doing something better than that.
Don't say it.
I'm paying for it. Everybody doing, $2,700 for the Emperor's signature? My signature up 999 cents trillion. So you want my signature? And I'm giving you that. No, I'm going to the Royal House of York. I'm paying my signature. I ain't charging them nothing. Just get your damn silver, get your ass nationalized. Let me appoint you through your authority and come in here and set this crap up. I show you every step of the way and set you a trust up. So everybody want to fund anything dealing with Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird. I got copyright trademark rights all the way back to June 19th, 2003. I dock it right there when he became the damn chief.
Y'all heard that. Y'all heard it hers first.
So I'm just letting these little cats say, look, why didn't you get dock another 10 years? You sound like a damn fool. You don't know nothing about contract law. When you got an apostille from the State Department at number 1, okay, let me straighten this out right quick with this guy up in shop in Canada. When he came through in 2004, got that little apostille that he got, he was still operating on the authority of a mayor, I assume. I got to deal with Latif on that, but I know he had took an oath of office for a mayor and making that oath of office for a year. Okay, so they created this little scheme that they were going to try to go get Doc another way, trying to go up to the United Nations. They think the United Nations going to get them full faith and credit. Okay, so then they learned out the apostille process. So when he got apostille Condoleezza Rice, he got apostille number 2. Okay, so he had 10 years, like I had 10 years on my apostille. You feel me? To systematize your state. Okay, so where's his proof that he let the State Department let them know about his state that he can move it? He out here posting a damn blue back from 204. I said, well, 10 years at 214. Well, you should be able to walk down to the damn border and show them your blue back, and they can call the State Department, and they'll tell you that shit is good. And you can walk across the state line, boy. You playing with the wrong one. You sitting on he didn't have no more authority than you do, Mattel. And y'all call him a chief and listen to that clown for 4 hours. This is pimp slap his ass. Come on. Wait, I'm sorry.
No. Well, you know what is first of all, we know Shotwell likes to talk. and he does have a lot of information to get out.
Whatever.
Plus,
Whatever.
as he's talking, it's easy to go back and see the the contradictions and the things like that. So
I'm not even here for that because I run a state, and the state has their own territorial sovereignty. We have our own. You have your own recording service. We write our own UCCs. We have a state. We have our own insurance. We have your own dental. You have your own damn bank. You have your own damn court. You're a state. Okay, and part of that state is Chief Black Eagle Thunder. That's how you got created.
All right.
You think I'm gonna let y'all send me a saint this ship? I can run. That's why they sent Warren. I can run this ship by my damn self. I don't need nobody. I've been running for 15, 18 years now. You've seen my flag ever since 2007. All them cats, even all them Moors, you see them, they step up this year. Here go another Moors fake nation. Here go another Moors fake nation. Here go another Moors fake nation. Stay around.
Everybody's shooting in the dark. Everybody's shooting in the dark.
My flag been up there since 2007. Come tell me, talking about where he come from. I come like a thief in the night.
Shit.
Come on, bro. Now you want to talk about the Empress?
No, hold on. Somebody has a good question too, because the brother Batar Noon, you want to come up here? Because the brother asked it about the what's it called? A tribal role. There
ain't no such thing. Whatever the House of York choose, that tribe will have to be registered in the House of York, and it has to have the House of York royal seal on it for it to exist, to have any authority or any verification, anything. Everything has to come through the House of York. All things. Unless it had the royal seal of the House of York, when they create it, I help them create it and I sign it in. That's their official royal seal. And once that royal seal is on their paperwork, we accept it as coming from the Royal House of York. And whatever the Royal House of York decide on, that's what it is. Period. Ain't no questioning about no tribe. It don't exist. It's all de facto. That's some what that boy name is. What's his name?
So the Yamasi Creek is a de facto.
Yes, it's fact though. You ain't the 299. You never got that register. That 299 number 1999, that 208 1999 number, show you where it's registered at the UN. That number never not been nationalized. That number was a petition that Doc put in. It never got verified. You can't put them numbers out there on those seals until you get verification from the UN to use them damn numbers. Them the type of mistakes my chief wouldn't allow to happen. So I don't know what chief you talking about, but I know my chief wouldn't let none of that false crap happen. They come in there trying to eat off of the House of York because they want to sit in the 208 1992 numbers that Doc put under the Yamasee government. That belongs to the House of York. They have no damn we got 10 seats at the UN that's under the House of York now. Because nobody can use them seats. Deuce was trying to go up there and sit on them seats and think he doing something. He can't try to listen, man. No tribe run no damn state. The state run the tribe. He didn't come to me and get permission. That's a violation against Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle copyright and trademark. You can't use his name to whip yourself or do anything without the permission of his state. He gave them permission over Dwight York. That's what the authority, the power of attorney he got.
He ain't giving no permission over Dwight York. He ain't never mentioned Dwight York. They made that up on the spot.
that's what they paid over $5 million to convict for 135 damn years.
That's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact.
You want to know?
They could keep that nigga. They could keep that nigga. They gotta let
They can keep that nigga on. No, I can tell them.
They can keep Dwight.
They can paint that nigga on the wall, whoever he is, paint a black wall, say that's them. I don't care. I'm coming after my property. And they better not have touched it, and they better not have harmed it.
Well, what about the fact that the warden of
I don't give a damn about no damn warden.
They said the warden ADX put a UCC one on the Master Tito Malachi.
Listen.
My cool Chief Black Thunderbird.
I docked back to June 19th, 2003. Okay. I got copyright trademark over Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, Dr. Malachi Zadok York L. You don't believe me? Go to proof. On the web, your government website. And it shows you Monica Zadok York L on top, and then 2 down, you see Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle. This is what you call apostilles from his state. Okay? Just like Georgia got apostilles, where Doc got apostilles. You see his name up on top of that damn thing. And they got Latif at the bottom as a custodian until Doc made him a clan chief. And that apostille process that he inherited wasn't used for 10 years. So I took over. And I'm giving him a house of York because he's my vizier, because me and him got some trouble to do because he's a Zodok and he got things he got to let me know where I'm going in the next couple of years. So don't come standing in my way of when I'm walking. You done stood in my way long enough. People say, why you don't want to deal with the laws? So when I came to the laws, he told them niggas to bring me through the yard, and they wanted me to drop the government and be a part of the laws. And when I didn't drop the government, man, they beat me in the Moon so damn bad, bro. Moon stayed out of work. Moon was out of work for a whole damn week, bro. The Blue Lodge.
Say that again, because I'm gonna act like I ain't hear that. Say that again,
listen,
so I can register.
When Doc, listen, first, after the big roar after the big fight they tried to start, when Doc had the families to come together, so we came down to the Royal Temple Hemotep in the lodge, right? So these cats wanted to start a fight inside the lodge, and I refused to take my coat off because I had a long, mafia coat on. And so I told Nifu to tell them that I supposed to come get him. So Nifu came up to me and said, "You want me to tell him now?" And I said, "No, I would never announce myself in this kind of chaotic waters." So then Rochelle stood up and calmed the whole thing down, and that's when they tried to have a meeting. Like, we was like, "Well, why you?" And they trying to tell us, "Oh no, y'all got to get permission. We got to go see Doc for you." I said, "Look, excuse you?" And I'm talking to that little guy named Rick. I said, "Excuse you?" He said, "You got to tell us, and then we go tell him." I said, "Man, I bitch slapped you. You ain't got to tell you. You ain't got authority to tell. I need to talk to Doc. You don't run no state." And then they tried to come over and get this state. We told them what to do, and they got down to DeKalb County, the lodge. They got down to DeKalb County, and DeKalb County said, "Y'all must be out your mind. We don't sign in one state. We didn't get ready to sign in another. So why didn't they come and join my cool state then if they love him so damn much?"
But you said that niggas put their hands on you. You said they actually.
He damn right. They put, man, listen, man. So what happened was, why after that fight, everything did that for. So Doc wanted me to come through the law. All right. So I was under my own government. I was deputy consul of my own government. Doc wanted me to come through the lodge. So okay, he said he's gonna meet me on the floor. I was gonna meet him on the floor. Okay. So I came through the lodge, man. I know. These brothers beat me in the Moon so bad, brother. Moon was out of work for a whole week, man. I was bruised up for a whole month, bro.
Oh, I was saying, okay. Oh, so you went through the law. That's happened. Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I know who they are. I'm not gonna tell them who told me who they are, but I got all their names. But they supposed to represent the Maku chief because he put me in a position that there's so much jealousy. So they ain't trying to get the chief, man. That's why I'm coming like I'm coming. I'm setting the House of York on their ass.
I would say this is a joke for a moment.
Do you even understand what I just offer his family?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand why though. I'm trying to understand why.
Because that's my brother.
I understand, but half of them niggas don't care nothing about him.
I don't care, but long I'm only here to read the House of York, okay? And that's got to be royal bloodline, okay? So regardless of how they feel about their father, I never even paid that no attention. All right, I told you I knew about the scam before it started. I told you I know about them boys raping them young boys behind the thing. They blamed it on Doc. So them boys came up, made a report, and the security at the gate, we didn't tell Doc. They kept it amongst themselves. Luke, man, who's passed on, peace be upon that brother. He was top security. He got it on record at the Yamasee government. He docketed with the Klan, and they refused to let that brother testify. So I ain't got time to worry about none of that crap. You hear me?
All right, yo. So brother asked the register. You talk about the number being registered. Show it. He said shows that what number that they registered at in the UN under or registered at you. What does that mean? At UN? Oh, at the UN. Excuse me.
That's the Constitution. United New Orleans Nation Board's Constitution.
Constitution. That's what's registered at the UN.
That's 1998. That's to 1992. That's why they so mad, because they didn't know about it. But that's cool. But that 208-1999 number is
You said it's not registered.
I remember from Doc put the Constitution under the Yamasee government. Man, say, yeah, when he made Latif a clan chief, Doc's family brought, the ordination and all that with, making him a clan, chief of the matter of fact, Yamasee official from Doc. And inside that letter, he told him that, he said he chastised him to a clan chief, okay, because he misspelled my Arafat. He's supposed to be in my Iraq. Okay, so he said you couldn't go on the international market making mistakes like that. And he said also you got 215-1993 number on the government seal. He said that's our cousin's number. Yes. You have to get permission from our cousin, the Washitaw, to put that number on your government seal. So you could never be nothing but a clan chief forever. I just put the forever for all the bullshit he said behind my damn face. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm still his brother, and I still go face him. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got no. That's like now with this royal house of York that I'm established as we speak. What Latif gonna want to be on the end of it because he has a part of the government. Oh, everybody don't want to be a part of this. This is a royal proclamation. I ain't got time to play with these clowns.
I mean, that's real. Listen, I appreciate you taking the time to come down and
I told y'all, I'm emperor, there's monarch, there's INRI, okay? And I come down as a sovereign crown prince to walk with you, fight with you, play with you, because my thing about working out, y'all talk all that crap. See, I got a gym that we gonna have. So all this Tesla, all that mouth y'all got, well, we gonna level up, tape up, gear up, and we gonna work out, okay? And bring all that mouth to the ring.
Yo, but Tano, you really you really debating with living a God-filled life. Talk about Jesus, faith, and all that other stuff. All right, so let's get some preliminaries on the Washitaw. The storyline. I mean, a lot of us we hear. I read Return to the Ancient Ones while I was locked up. But a lot of people don't know about the Empress Verdiachi, Gordon L. Bay Turner. Ghostin L. Bay Turner. A lot of people don't know. Somebody asked a question. They said, how is Noble Drew Ali related to the Washitaw? How does
Noble Drew Ali? That's why I'm the 8th Marquis. All right, Noble Drew Ali was the 5th Marquis. All right,
what does that mean?
She was the 6th Marquise.
What does that mean, as Marquis?
Oh, that's the heir to the French throne, or the throne of France. Yeah, see, the story they give you about the revolution, that's just a made-up story. All right, King Louis XVII, it's all explained in your declaration that's online. King Louis XVII was shipped over here at the beginning of the revolution before his father and mother got their head cut off. And he married the Empress of the Washitaw. Okay, and that bloodline started with the Turners. Okay, so Drew Ali comes in at the 5th level through his mama, who was a Tunica that married the Turner. And they lived in Sampson County, where I grew up at. And I was born in Sampson County. So they ain't never been in the history of two prophets being born in the same county. So now I'm the 8th Marquis, and he's the 5th Marquis. So everything Drew Ali got comes under my authority now.
So and the Empress was the 6th.
And the Crown Prince Ramses Bey, Adele Bey, who nationalized me as Chief Maku Thunderbird, Thunderfire, made 5th, 2003. He nationalized me as Chief Maku Thunderfire.
And that was Prince who Bey?
Prince Ramses Adele Bey, the Crown Prince of the Washitaw Nation. Because the Empress was in a coma. And she made him Crown Prince on his birthday, June 7, I believe, 1999, if I'm not mistaken.
So what did
his authority? He started his own state called the United Washitaw Dunamaya, and he created what they call principal chiefs. And Chief Zakur, Chief Tahita, Chief Domina, I didn't want to get her name wrong, but Chief Maluk, this is all principal chiefs. Okay, so then they signed a treaty with our government, Chief Black Eagles government. Okay, and we signed a treaty of peace and friendship March 20th, 2003. Okay, so Prince Bay came in and nationalized me with 2 principal chiefs on May 3rd, 2009, and he nationalized me as my coup chief Thunderfire. See, so when he nationalized me as Chief Michael Thunderfire, he docked the royal seat, the seat under the United Washitaw de Dundermania, because it had full faith and credit for the first time since King Louis XVII. Okay, so that got full faith and credit now. So he told me I had to save the Empress one day, so I'm coming to save her little ass now. But I got a whole state for her. I'm not here to try to take somebody's family bloodline. I got my own. I created my own royal bloodline. That's why I'm setting Doc House up in the House of York, and I'm giving the Empress her granddaughter her property that the Empress asked Crown Prince Ramses Bey told me to do it, and that's what I done. I got everything, 68,000 acres and the 3 million acres under my seat. All that guy down in Fayetteville talking about he's some damn prince, he better go look at my nationality.
You know this is a lot, right, for a lot of people. I mean, you've been dealing with it for the last decade or two. So, you know, we've been dealing with it for the last week. And so you can imagine, you know, the impact that it's having, the ripple. You see it, and so the ripples that it's having throughout.
I told you last week, I'm just beginning. I ain't got to the malls yet.
Oh, yeah. We going to the malls. Before you get there, I'm gonna have I'm getting Taj Tariq Bey on the channel. I'm telling you.
What you do? I like, you know something? Outside of Doc sitting in the Imperial Chancellor seat, personally, I came through the Great Seal Moore, okay, and Taj Tariq Bey is one of my master teachers, and I feel like he would be a nice Imperial Chancellor for the Republic.
Oh well, you know, we could set something out. You know, he only like 4 or 5 blocks away from me. We can set something out.
I've been saying that. Let's tell him to go ask Nature Bay who I am.
Well, his sister coming on here tomorrow. His sister,
Okay.
Dr. G, gonna be on here tomorrow.
Who?
So, Dr. G. She's
that?
They're very, 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 very close. Like he's over
okay.
there. He's over there with like on a regular basis, you know. So she's gonna be on the platform tomorrow. Building
Yeah, my national said something. They sent her invite for her to interview me, but I figured she probably was scared.
Oh, now Dr. G, she good people. You know what? She's one of them sisters. You know, her journey is beautiful insofar as she was a pastor, and then she got connected, and they told her, "Yo, stop telling lies to the people." They literally, she had to wake up out of that, and she had to give up her church and everything in order to start, you know, teach the truth. You know, so she went through those trials and tribulations.
What truth she teaching now?
Well, she labels it metaphysics. She labels it metaphysics, and she's dealing with a lot of she deals with like I said, Taj Tariq Bey is her brother.
I mean, he's a master teacher about more science, but
so she's learning more science with him.
Yeah, that stuff Taj taught ain't got no venue.
Well, you see the idea that the venue as a concept is what most people didn't even know that they were missing. Everybody got the paperwork and the information running around, but they got to keep throwing it back to the people that they trying to get away from.
I keep saying it all the time. Why y'all arguing with them? You got your own damn court. Why you going up in that court arguing with them about anything? You got your own damn court.
But the court you're talking about is the court that's with the CMYE, right?
Correct. It's Imperial War Kingdom.
But it's been a mirage all these years.
No, I've been out there. I've been knocking heads for 10, 15 years. They just refuse to come and read because they stuck in a tunnel path. So, you know, like Yorkites, you know what I'm saying? What we used to call them. Doc got his whole venue over here, but the clan and the office telling you to go down this path. And he just told the ones that can see, well, I docked everything I own over here.
I was saying that.
So that's it. So everything that I own from the time I was born, I docked it over here under my own state. as caretakers of my estate. So now I'm the sovereign authority over that estate. So nobody can speak on behalf of Doc, Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird, Black Eagle, or Dr. Malachi Zadok. I dare that girl in New York to go talk to Doc again and lie to him. I dare her.
I mean, naturally, listen, we know you had it. This is an
Tina know me, man.
This is an immense
Tina know me, man.
responsibility. Who that?
The girl up in New York, Shakina, whoever run it, she know me. What's her name?
Who that?
Oh, who that? Oh, you don't know that?
Who that? Who that?
Well,
Who that, beloved?
all right. I'm just saying.
I understand. You've been around.
Let me show you some science.
I see pictures of you in the AEO garb. You've been around for some time.
I'm a master. Let me show you. Let me show you. Like when I dealt with her back in the day, and on this issue, because everybody knew about me behind the scenes. Okay, but everybody wanted to form their own opinion about me without coming to talk to me. All right, so I'm fine with that. Okay, because I walk small with a big stick, because that's how lions walk. All right, so she came to me and approached me about some water deal to help her mama, on Doc's mother, and with this cat named Tarif, the one that sabotaged certain parts of Dr. Chief Black Eagle's estate. So
he from Virginia? He from Virginia?
Yeah, that clown, the Tarif.
I know what you're talking about. That's crazy.
All right, yeah, he's from Virginia. All right, so I sent him up to the UN in 2007. Oh, listen to me. Let me show you how much authority we got. I sent this cat to the UN in 2007 on a temporarily nationality card, and he was able to establish an IPO number. Okay, now that's how much authority you got. So he tried to bring the IPO number back over here to our government, and I said, I didn't ask you to create no IPO number. I asked you to go out there and establish certain things on 208-1992 number and a 215-1993 number. Say, well, these cats, him and Shabuel and all these little characters, they were trying to establish their own estate and venue because they wanted people to follow them. I'm saying, there ain't nobody, the state is bigger than Doc. Don't you see it now? See how big it is? That's why Barack said what did he say? It's a damn cruise ship. Not a speedboat, my sister said. You know what I'm saying? You know, so what these cats did, right? So he couldn't dock it over here with me. So what he did, we went up to got some old Gansu Nation up there in Virginia selling them people out, and he started selling IDs. But y'all didn't pay attention. Y'all went on the sovereign properties location, seeing them fake IDs. But when you went to his website, what he showed you all the fake IDs that he was issuing. But when you go look at his ID, what did it say? Continental Moorish Yamasee Empire. So he was trying to use the authority like he thought he had, and he tried to get all these people, all these fake IDs under some Gansu name, and got all them people in trouble up there in Virginia. And then that dumbass Arlene Bay allowed him to come drop it under his fake ID, his fake organization. Now he out here running his mouth talking about, and Tarif got the IPO number and She Clan Indigenous. Well, he need to go to ask Tarif who owned that damn number and how did he get the number. And all of it belong to Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird, and every damn thing y'all created on Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird has to be reported to the House of York.
Listen, what's the brother that said something? He said they have to become nationals though, beloved. So yeah, they're not nationals now.
You got your own state. You are national within your own state. That's why we nationalize with silver. So you always a national in your own state. What, you want to be a citizen?
Yeah, so it's not going to be under the 14th Amendment. It's not going to be black.
None of that crap. You are officially on record as Nama/Moroccan That's American. That's official on record through the UN, through Morocco, and everybody. Who you think they raised the flag on July the 15th for in Philadelphia? They raised the red flag because of me. I'm the one that said I was merging our state on that day. And they've been waiting on us to run our state. And I just emerged this state August 31st, a couple weeks ago. And I'm running a damn state. I ain't got time to come ask these bullshit questions. Learn how to come run your state. Everybody,
well, a lot of people been running down there.
I want A to Z. I want A to Z before I move. They're waiting on you. Time don't wait for nobody.
A lot of people.
What you got, bro?
I was just saying, a lot of people would definitely have been down, been going back and forth to the website. And we know that the university aspect of it is not up and going.
Well, it's up
then-
now. That's up now. It was just tech college, some, with the website. They got it up now. Like I said, man, I run a small ship. So say I'm not. They see that's why they thought they were gonna rush over here and get nationalized. Nationality is closed. All right, I invited y'all to register, but I have never asked anything. I have never got any penny on anything on cheap like Thunderbird Eagle.
I understand
Okay?
that, but
So I said y'all can register on the university, okay, and learn how to come in and run your damn state. If we decide to open up nationality, allow y'all in, then we'll discuss on that level. But right now, it's for you to learn. So what I'm getting ready to do is open up nationality, and I'm going to nationalize 3 adult kids under their government, and I'm going to teach them how the authority that's granted to them from their father, that's got full faith and credit from Georgia, got full faith and credit from Virginia, got full faith and credit from Delaware, got full faith and credit from Maryland, got full faith and credit from Pennsylvania. So if you got 6 states that got full faith and credit in your state, that make you got all 48 states within the United States and Alaska and Hawaii that recognizes your father as a head that was a head of a state, and now his estate is under this state. You already got full faith and credit. You keep trying to cross the fence. There ain't no such thing as crossing the fence. You're a foreign nation in your own country. That's what the Pope told you.
well, I could give you 3 names of his children that actually support him, because there's a whole bunch of them that have been working with Sheriff Seals and the government to lock him up and keep him in there. So
that's up to the House of York. Because let me tell you something, brother. If they take an oath of office and they are agents of another government, that's treason to the Imperial Constitution of the Continental Moorish Yemenite Empire. And right now, until that judicial administration is completely set up, it's death by firing squad. So they want to come over here and nationalize and think they're going to be a double agent? That's bullshit.
Nigga said death by fire squad. He said MOPs over
Ain't
there.
a damn thing the United States going to do, and ain't a damn thing none of the states of Georgia going to do. Matter of fact, when the House of York come to the Imperial Judicial Administration and file charges on some of them cats, they're going to be held in the jail that's around the land now. We can use, listen, man, that's full faith and credit. The United States gave you full faith and credit. So you can use anything you want. You just got to know how to talk to them.
I understand. That's what we need to learn. You know what I'm saying? Can you when you explain, because you say it full faith and credit, because again, you've been going through it. You know.
All right, so let's go here. All right, you want to see you want me to dance on that for a second for you?
Yeah, because somebody literally asked the question.
You want to take a trip to La La Land?
Hey, but listen, we in the land of make believe anyway. We had shot well up here for 4 hours. Let's go.
Right,
we asked him what institutions he had. That nigga said he got a webinar. So all right, that was it, beloved. It's over.
So let's go back to all right. Under the Moroccan Treaty of Peace and Friendship that was established by the Emperor in 23rd June 1786. Okay. From that constitution, on the treaty law, there's certain things that this new emerging state that you call now the United States had to do. Okay. So under that, once they got a treaty, they had to form a constitution within a certain amount of time. So on 17 September 1789, they formed the Constitution for small u of the Constitution for the United States, small u. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they have to form a constitution? A constitution is what they consider an equity contract. Okay. Mm. So they had to form a constitution because the revolutionaries they had got a long lien with the Moors for 100 million in gold. All right, so they were trying to steal that through the King George, but the King of France and the King of Spain made them sign a constitution because the constitution got equity. So from that equity, they say you have full faith and credit to write off any debts that's inquired by that state. Okay. So in 18, move the story up. It's all explained in your declaration.
In the declaration.
I had to come get 3 houses, not just one. All right. So in 1861, 1871, when they did the Reconstruction, they created another constitution, and they named it the Constitution of the United Capital U States of America. And that's the federal constitution. And they turned all federal citizens, because they created a whole nother citizen with a small c. No, a capital C. I'm sorry, with a small c. And now you are a fiction corporation.
That's right.
Okay? So when you say the full faith and credit that you got under the imperial white government for the republic from the constitution that Dot dropped on the government, well, that full faith and credit is traced back to the 100 million in gold. So you got equity under your constitution all the way back to June 23rd, 1786. That's docket. So you write off the equity of your constitution, and as long as you got constitutional powers, you got constitutional liberties. Now, what I've done with my full faith and credit and authority that Doc granted me when he advocated his seat, I instituted powers into the Constitution that made me a constitutional monarch, so that I can delegate my authority and create the other parts of the empire that's created now. Okay, so that's why that's why you got 3 crowns. Okay, so you got 4 states. All right, this is just the one state. So creating a House of York, that's not a state. That's a
royal house. That's a royal house.
That's a family crest.
Family crest. That's right.
Okay, so under their family crest, anything dealing with that estate of Dr. Malachi Zadok York L or Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, that's under the House of York in a very few hours when I'm moving this stuff.
Yeah. So Asma, make sure you give. I've been trying to interview you, Asma. You better call me now. You better call me now. Yeah. Ali. There's a few of the Asma, Ali, even crazy ass Ramses. But
whoever they decide on and the family agreed upon.
Pro Baba. I'm thinking about Pro Baba. That's what I'm thinking about.
Whatever. Don't make me no difference.
I understand. So, I mean, because naturally, I'm pretty sure you get tired of that, the idea, because with all of the power that you wielding now, you wielding a lot of power right now.
A lot, bro.
I know. So that's why a lot of people, they get frustrated at you can read the declaration on the website. The declaration is on the website. The CM. Wait a minute, let me get the I got the website.
Yeah. CNYImperialGov.us.
Okay, I'm gonna put it down there. Yeah. So people can see the declarations, and there's a bunch of other stuff there too.
Oh yeah, you got mission statements. You got Imperial Judicial Administration. You got the mission of the Imperial Chancellor. You got the office for the you got a mission of the Imperial Senior Government for the public. You got a mission for I'm working on Imperial Guardians and Imperial Indigenous Marshals that we got to be in connect with General Ham of the Grand Army Republic, because he's only holding that seat until we finish emerging our state, and then he got to transfer that power over to our state.
You talking about power over the military?
Yeah. Well, ain't no. Y'all need to go read Civil Order for Obama, brother. I'm way out there, son. Young man. Listen. Who do you think the Pope wrote the motu proprio for? Because I sent him our Imperial Constitution that your father, their father, of the House of York, docket under his own government. See, he chastised Latif and made Latif a clan chief. Okay? So he never knew about the other 3 families on the contract, but his family did. So he never chastised my family, Moon's family, or Hadid's family. He only chastised Latif because he had them thinking that he was the only family on the contract. And I left it alone. I ain't out here to argue with these folks. I know what I had to do. All right. So Latif was able to create a version of the United Wabanese Nation Moors Constitution for the Klan, but he didn't do that. He didn't do anything to the Constitution but take the United Wabanese Nation Moors off and put the Mount African MC Klan on there, that's basically that's the only authority he had. Okay. So long as the Klan is operating according to the Constitution, you know, whether they operate on that 58 number or not, but they not operating on the full faith and credit of our state no more. That contract ended when Doc contract ended, February 11, 2014.
Mm.
So that's why I sent the Constitution out. So once the Pope met the Queen and Barack the next year on the same date that I signed both of them in, one of the judges on my corner called me and said, "Man, you the baddest man in the world." He said, "Your Constitution is the greatest thing in the world." The United States is not operating no Constitution. They operate under the Emergency Powers Act.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You ain't got no constitutional liberty.
That's a fact. So
they get ready to break clean. They get ready to break King Arthur Codes out on their butt.
They get ready to break what?
King Arthur Codes. You know, Christian black codes.
Oh, okay. The black codes. I got you. All right. So I'm sending the people to the CMYE imperialgov.us.
Yeah, got the whole story right there. But hold up now. The Constitution probably up tomorrow. They something about Drew Ali. I had to black out. It blacked out one word, but they said they would open somewhere else. I want to black that out because I didn't want people trying to use them numbers. So I took it off and put it back up. Okay.
Yeah. I'm putting it up, Ganu. I'm putting it up. The brother was saying something about the this is the last thing we're gonna go, and then we're gonna go into it because I'm interested in going in on to learn about the Washitaw also. But the brothers talk about the gotta go naturalized under 2/8/1999 Creek Nation authenticated. Said we never got that number at the UN. Shake my head. Elaborate on the 10 seats in the UN if you can. So there's 2 different
seats in the UN was that 10 seats in the UN was granted to Doc under the Constitution. That's why he put it on the Yamasee government. That's why he said now the Constitution has a home. He was trying to go over to Ghana, Libya and all them when he went over there, got that paperwork. He was trying to get it Doc, but them cats up there in New York wouldn't put it out there in 1996. Some court case they tried to file it in. He took it off the market. So he said, he said loose lips sink ships.
Yeah.
So he was trying to get it docked. That's why they were doing so much hell with his being a national diplomat consul in them other countries, because he was trying to dock that Constitution. So when he docked it under the Yamasee government, he said, good work. I can't do it all by myself, but now the Constitution has a home. And then he went on to chastise Latif and made him a clan chief because that's his seat. So he, in his mind, he felt like he was getting out. So, but they didn't allow us to go tell him what to do and how to do it. Man, we gave them 6 blue bags, man. And they can't show what them blue bags is to this day. He's the chief. He can sign his own damn self out. You hear me, D?
Outside of
you hear me, D?
Now I heard what you said. Did he have remember he had the documents, but did they know what the bluebacks was? Because at one point,
no, we told them to let us tell them what the judge said. That's why when they tell me they got to talk to Doc before I say anything, I don't listen to nothing they got to say. If I can't talk to Doc, I ain't got nothing to say. If you don't want me to talk to Doc, y'all done block me on there. Check this out. I'm going to talk to him in a damn way. If I got to raise the damn prison out the ground, I'll raise the damn prison out the ground, okay?
Well, that's another thing that I'm saying with the power and the position that you in, you really don't have to go through anybody to be able to.
I just need my state. I just need my state to be running so I can move. That's why I'm delegating a little authority down to the House of York so they can see how much power we got and authority we got, and then they understand. Oh, wow. I mean, our ideas go anywhere.
Yeah, it's that. I mean, it's that time. It's that time. You know, we just want
you
to. So what number? So is it public, the numbers that the UN?
No, they done all that renegade stuff. Them pets been doing with them 2 numbers, man. UN done blocked them numbers from fucking in it. That's why you got to send somebody out there. I got a position as the Imperial Ambassador that I'm going to send up there to straighten them mouths out. So
then that way, from henceforth, things could flow smoothly because there's so many.
You got authority. You're supposed to be talking to sovereign states on diplomatic protocol and creating businesses and all kind of stuff through our state. these people trying to rig it through some trust so they can collect all the money. There's so much money for everybody. But through the Royal House of York, it's going to be distributed because, like I said, all of them got arrested. I don't care who it is. They got arrested. All these people claim to be Yorks. They got arrested through the House of York, and the House of York have to approve and solidify every one of them. Then they can create a trust, and I show them how to create them a sovereign trust, and I walk into it so they can file it we can file it in their own venue, and we can double file it in the international arena. So you can fund your trust, and anybody kind of funding anything towards Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle has to be going through the trust. And it ain't in no control of no damn state. So you got to realize when an attorney for the state do a trust for you, they are officials of the state. So they always got to make the state superior claimant. So anytime they do a trust for you, they do a revocable trust and all that kind of stuff. So they can always have authority over the trust. Okay? We work through irrevocable trust.
That venue, man, is everything. that's what it's at. So all right. So we understand dealing with the House of York. We understand and Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle. How do you now? You said Prince Ramsey Adel Bey transferred everything over to you. What did the Washitaw? What did the Empress win? What did she reclaim?
Oh, well,
give us a brief bio on her and her situation.
The Empress, when she was the mayor of Richmond County, she was invited up when Reagan was in office. She was invited up to. You can see this stuff right on top of my head. See, she was invited up to the UN, to the president and all the mayors, and he asked them for anything they wanted. So all the other mayors were asking for different stuff for their cities and all that. And the Empress asked, could she go into the archives to retrieve something for her about her family? So Reagan agreed. So one of the ones who went up there with her was one of my teachers, is Archbishop Brown. So Archbishop, matter of fact, you go into proof when you go to the website, when you go back into proof, and you see that L. Eastmore file that's on there, I got that from Archbishop. That he got out of the archives of D.C. That show you the first 8 presidents of the United States. And then they show you George Washington, all cap names that were showing you when they raised the U, when he took over the presidency. But the 8 before him, they show you the whole line. So that's why he got out of L. Eastmore, okay, that they call the Library of Congress now. But anyway, she was able to retrieve the records, but so she went to France, and France gave her the patent for the land, but they couldn't give her full faith and credit. And they said President Ramsey Adel Bey told me that's why he was so instrumental in us getting the full faith and credit. Because the Empress didn't get full faith and credit. She was awarded a sovereign out of the royal bloodline of De Maison Rouge, but she didn't have full faith and credit. So when she opened up national citizenship, okay, she allowed all races in. All right. So according to Crown Prince Ramsey Bey, that's when they got infiltrated. So you know how this is, people bringing money. So one of the contracts they established with some Caucasian boys that was out of Washington State, and they were dealing with the passport situation. So they was making passports, and when the land asked them to send the passports down, they was making a duplicate passport selling online for $10,000. That's why I got her raided. So the whole mission was, you remember when she first got the land, Holiday Inn and all them started burning down their hotels.
I was going to ask you about Hurricane Katrina, because she owned the land at that point.
That's mine.
Hold on.
I called it.
You caused that. All right.
No,
that's
I called it.
You called it. Same thing.
No, I mean, it's like I get a hurricane. Some of the anomalies will tell you when I'm getting ready to do something. And so me and the moon was doing something back in the day, and we was talking. I said, well, the next hurricane gonna be deadly. So this hurricane formed in Atlantic. So he came talking about, well, where's it going? I said, it's going to damn Louisiana. He said, how you know? I said, I don't know. I said, I get a vision, a tear come in my eye, and it dropped. And where that tear dropped, that's where the hurricane ended up. You know what I'm saying? So he said, all right, I bet you. All right, so he betted me. So the Weather Channel said the hurricane's gonna go up on the East Coast, run up thing. So he called me talking about, you might as well gonna pay my $100, dog. I said, for what? He talking about, they said the hurricane going up the East Coast. I said, just keep your eyes open. And he kept going and hit Katrina. He called everybody and said, yo, KHUFU called that damn hurricane. We bet it damn 10 days ago. He called that. And that was something that I was bringing out with the government. They'll tell you, you got nationals on the call now. They'll come on and say, every time he get ready to move, he gets a hurricane, an earthquake, or a volcano. When I moved the paperwork that I just sent out, I got that volcano La Palma exploded. That's when I've been moving my damn ship. But let me tell you a little bit about me, because y'all think y'all don't know who y'all dealing with. All right. So
we know you in a position. You got a position.
I didn't get this position,
not on the overnight. Nah, this is a long, hard fought thing. I know that.
All right. So I'm gonna do it like this also, okay? All right. I'm gonna tell them that they can go talk to Doc's brother named Baba. And they can go talk to Doc's sister, and I call her Mut, whatever y'all call her, clan mom, okay? I ain't got no bad feelings for her. I know the pressure she had, okay? And she know me. But I need you to go ask them about this brother named Nine Bingy. Okay? Now, the brother Nine Bingy is a warlock, a magic man, a shaman, and he one of the baddest that ever walked on this damn land. All right? So I'm an Ogun priest, okay, through my travels. All right? So I had to go feed my pot, my Ogun pot. And I went to my brother Nine Bingy, one of my masters. He was going to feed my pot, so I ain't got to go into the ceremony. But anyway, he had got some shackles that slaves had on that died with the shackles on. And they were laying in his temple. And he said, Emperor, well, he used to call me Root Man. He said, Root Man. He said, go get you a pair of shackles. And I said, shackles? He told me about the shackles where they, slave. And I said, not me. Somebody actually died in them damn shackles? He said, yeah. I said, you kidding? He said, nah. He said, go get you a pair of shackles and give an offering. So I went over there and picked me out a pair of shackles. I don't know who died with them on. I don't know anything. And I played the offering. And so I put him in my pot before I did my offering. So once we finished, I drove home, which is about 30 minutes away, rather. When I got ready to put the pot out, the shackles was open. They open to this day. So I called Nine Bingy and I said, Nine Bingy, I said, I thought you said the shackles ain't never been open. He said, they can't get open, Emperor, unless they saw them off or that's the only way you can get them off. I said, well, the shackles I just got is open. He said, impossible. He said, I got to see. So I got back in the car. I drove back over to the shop that was in Lithonia. I carried my pot back in there. He shares with me. My baby was with me. Royal Prince was with me. And we went back in there, and he said, he looked down at my pot, seen them shackles open, and he started walking around. And he said, that magic don't exist, Emperor. And I said, huh? He said, the magic you come with don't exist. He said, the dead walk with you, Emperor. He said, so you must be the Emperor, because the dead walk with you. For you to open up chains like that, that magic don't exist. Okay, so a couple weeks later, my Earth Day came August 31st, 2011. That's why it's so regulated in my mind. He have already called over to Africa with all his connections, finding out about this crown on my head. So he already knew about it. And the king that made this crown is the King of Congo back in 1956. Dome, King Dome. All right. And he handmade this crown, brother. And he said, whoever head it fits will one day rule the world. I didn't know anything about that, just like you did. But Nine Bingy did. So on that day, I stopped in the store. He had like 8-9 people in the store, and normally, like I said, he called me Root Man because I didn't want to be all out Emperor, you know what I'm saying, So when I walked in that day, he said Emperor, and I said, look down like he was like, no, come. So nobody sits in Nine Bingy seat. So so in the African tradition, you hit the seat 3 times before you sit in behind people so you can kill their energy. So he hit the seat 3 times and said, come, sit. So I sat in his seat and he went back in the back. And he came out. He said, just came today. 10:30 this morning. Just came today. And he picked up the crown. I said, whoa, man, where you get that from? He said, shh, put it on. And so I tried it on. Now Bingy said, it fit. We have ourselves our emperor. It fit. And started calling every damn body. So this cat that's in Lithonia over there, that one, that old witch doctor over there in Lithonia, he came through that morning. Yeah, because there's some warlocks in Atlanta hired him to put some roots out on my yard. So I know all that shit. So anyway, he came through that morning and he offered $10,000 for this piece. And homeboy said,
for the crown.
It's not for sale.
He wanted the crown.
It's the crown, it's not for sale.
Yeah,
so he's been mad at me ever since. Because he wanted the crown, because he wanted to be the big boy on the block. But now Bingy said, no, it's not for sale. If his head fit, it was made for him. So I'm in a mission right now, brother, of returning the crown back to Congo with a flotilla of ships under your imperial kingdom. That's in motion as we speak. So I said, that's why I said, I ain't got time to play it. The House of York need to come and get their act together so they can represent their property and their estate and cut this madness out. Doc ain't never read no confusion like this. And I'm not gonna let it continue anymore.
You ain't never lie about that. Shit. All right, well, we all need.
So when you get into the Empress,
all right, let's get to the Empress.
So the Empress set it up, and so Prince Bay said, so when he came through with the Yamasi Native American government via matter of fact embassy, we signed a treaty, but we haven't formed a government yet. Okay, so March 20, 2003, you see my African embassy on that treaty, not the Yamasi Native American government. See, we didn't form the government until June 19, 2019, when Doc took over office.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, we were just Mount African embassy, because that's the charter that Doc granted to Latif and the other charter with the brother up in Massachusetts. So anything outside of that case being closed now, it's got to go through them charters. But other than that, ain't nobody got authority to do nothing. Speak on Doc on Chief Black Eagle's behalf. That case over. So that case, that thing got it situated to the Royal House of York now. The Royal House of York come in and take over that situation. And it's up to them how they want to go retrieve their property.
All right, but is it possible that we can go a little earlier before the niggas get their stuff together?
Oh, I'm not waiting. I'm not nationality is not open unless the House of York send a request to the Imperial Kingdom to open up nationality for individual. We're not open up nationality until we get the positions filled to run the state. We're not opening up anything for anybody to think they just want to get in and say, oh, no. We only looking for officials to run the state. So if you got a resume to sit in certain positions, we can operate you as a non-executive director or a non-director to come in and operate that authority that's granted to that seat and move this ship. And then you can get when nationality open, you be ready to get done. You know what I'm saying? But if you want my signature, hell, I might charge you $1 million for my damn signature. So I'm giving you time to come in and set up your damn self so y'all can control that process. It's just got to come across my desk to get the last seal. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you understand.
You think I'm nationalizing these? No, the nationals now, they'll tell you they're very happy to have my signature on their nationality. That's why I shut the door. I ain't got time for all this. Like when we first started Yamasi government, Latif wanted to nationalize 100 damn people. But he was scared, all that rumor was going on. I was like, what you getting 100 damn people for? Man, you should have seen the hell that came with that. I done learned that damn lesson. You think I'm getting ready to open up these house? No.
Yeah,
No.
it's
They
definitely
can come in and
quality.
register with their university, learn how to run their university, and become instructors in their university. And whenever they give out any certificates, degrees, diplomas, or anything from their university, it has full faith and credit on it. If you got full faith and credit on it, that thing is recognized by the United States and it's all the states. So you're able to use that degree, that your empire to, man, listen, under your state, you can train all your engineers and everything under your state. And they ain't never, your children, they ain't never got to worry about looking for no job because when they finish, they working for their own state.
That's right. Y'all hear it first, y'all. Y'all hear it, man.
You got your university, you got your universal healthcare system, you got a republic. So you got equity on constitutional rule. So a republic, you don't pay no education or no damn insurance. Oh, that's republic. That you write that off your equity. That's why you nationalize with silver, because you write off bills with your equity. You continue doing that for eternity.
So the first step is to register. So that we
that's just register to learn the government, and then we invite people in. I think get their application in and whatever to join the council or the university. You ain't join the council, then join the university to come in and learn the Constitution, your Constitution, to understand your state. Now, a lot of the courses ain't developed. A lot of them courses are going to be developed as we go. All right, because nationality is a process. It's not something you just get and run out there. No, nationality, you got to learn your language. You got to learn your culture. Okay, not just learn your language, you got to speak the language. It's already on your seals. Okay, you got to learn your culture, and when you raise your flag, it's recognized by any state. Okay, so then we train our own nationals. Okay, and for all the jobs, whatever job we need to train for, you can hire a professor with your authority to come into your university and teach that course.
Mm.
All right. So what happens is when you pay them through your venue, then they got to go fill out a W-8 bin and they got to pay taxes to the state in the United States for working with a foreign state for a foreign country. You see? So that's why we say we're looking for a position within our banner of your bloodline and nationality, because these individuals, once they realize they ain't gotta pay taxes to nobody, they just nationalize on their own state. Well, it ain't. So you bringing in nationals that's gonna be sitting in these positions. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna run this state. You know what I'm saying? And keep the university. The university is always gonna be open, and all the degrees and everything come from the university has the authentication and full faith and credit from the United States.
That's definitely.
I'm gonna give you some wicked stuff. Okay, everybody talking about this little Bitcoin crap, right? All right, under your state, under your international banking facility, right? We creating as we speak our own vehicle, our own crypto, right? And we're gonna create our own blockchain, right? The only difference about our coin is what? Our coin is gonna be backed by full faith and credit. And there ain't no coins out there in the market got full faith and credit.
That's a fact.
And that's a fact. So as we move in our state, we're gonna create our own damn coin, and then we're gonna put it on the market. But our coin got full faith and credit. How many people you think gonna try to get on your bandwagon? And where y'all sitting at up top? I don't give a damn if 20 layers down, you're gonna make $1 million.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, look, listen. A lot of people are trying to register. Brothers and sisters want to learn, regardless. Brothers and sisters want to learn. I mean, you got a lot of people who disagree. You got a lot of people that feel some kind of way.
That's the whole point. I'm not here to debate with them. They don't have a state. They don't have anything to offer. They only got their opinion, their emotion. I'm not emotional, so I don't give a damn. Like I said, the whole they done for me, they done for their damn self. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't here to play no games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So how many? Well, I'll talk to you about the spot. Talk about
the Empress. Okay,
no,
so
we gonna build on the Empress now, but we gonna.
All right, so when the Crown Prince Ramses Bay established this state, all right, there's certain things I need to ask this guy in Fayetteville, call himself Aline Bay. All right, so one of the things I need to ask him is that Prince Bay was in your jurisdiction when he died. So I need to know why was his medicine administered to him, and I need to know why didn't y'all follow the hospital, the ambulance to the hospital when they came to pick him up, and I also need to know why did y'all give him his corporation name when y'all knew he was the Crown Prince of the Washitaw.
That sound like a lot right there. You sound like you're saying that this brother was around the prince when he was in a medical emergency.
Well, no, he had a heart murmur, so he had to take nitroglycerin. So all the sisters knew when they was around him, they kept his medicine. So when he go into this attack, you gotta give his pill, and sometimes you gotta hit his ass in the heart. Okay, so he, you know the nitroglycerin. So he was under his care. So I needed. A lot of people want to know why he was under your care. For you to come out and claim that you some prince, that you by some secondary chief and enactment that you claim. Well, I got a nationality that dates 5/2003. And if your nationality can't date 5/2003, you need to shut down immediately, because everything you have done under United Washitaw done to Maya is my damn property. And I got full faith and credit from Georgia and the United States with my signature, brother. So don't come trying to say no weapon crap to me. You're gonna go up to the UN and register where you just lied. And now you got to now you're gonna be prosecuted at the UN level for lying about you some damn prince.
It sounds like something similar to what you said we talking about with Shabwell.
Same thing. Exactly the same thing. Characters want to get people to follow them like they some damn model.
Is it possible from where you standing, if the brothers were willing to put the egos to the side, that we can pull all this together?
I ain't worried about no ego. I'm coming signing orders. I'm putting certain people in positions. I got a ship to move. I got a government to move. If they want to bring emotions, they need to go in the bathroom and get them two Advils or whatever. Doc taught you to be factual. So if you want to be factual, go read the Declaration. Go read your government decree, because only a true sovereign can write a declaration and decree at the same time. So I'm a true sovereign because I wrote a Imperial Seaway government declaration and a Imperial Seaway government decree. So you have a government that's decreed from constitutional powers to run your own state. So ain't no state can sit in the seat of another state. And Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird, Dr. Malachi Zadok Yoel, is property of his own state. That's my property. That's your property. You belong to this state. Anybody collected on his behalf better report it to the state. Now I'm getting ready to report it to the House of York, so they can come in and take care of their father's estate and cut this damn madness out. These people out here trying to sell them out, family members trying to sell them out through some damn corporation venue.
Yeah, I seen one of them. I seen the registration numbers and of one of the pure trusts that somebody set up in their own name.
Don't mean nothing because I got copy claim over his damn name.
No, I'm just saying I seen one of the hustles. I seen one of them.
That's the fear tactic, because they don't understand trust law. See, but you gotta realize that they go get these attorneys to file them for them. They put the trust property back on the property of the state.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about that quantum language. They wasn't going to them quantum language either.
Nobody look at me like I just stepped on the scene. No.
No, trust me. We spoke to some people in the inner circle. They was like, yeah, he came around. They admittedly said it was years ago and it wasn't set up yet. You ain't have everything set up yet. But you was like,
that's why you think I had to walk small with a big stick?
They said that I
did my job. I completed my mission. All right. So now I'm able to delegate authority down to the House of York to come in and represent Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird.
Well, our mission is getting the master out. Like I don't give a damn which way he come out.
Let me tell you something.
Talk to me.
You don't listen too well.
Go ahead. I'm
I
listening
already told
again.
you how to get them out.
All right. We already know. We got to go through the registration process.
Oh,
We
no.
gotta go-
The House of York got all that authority. Y'all just nationalize be national government. You ain't got a damn thing with us going to get DACA out. Ain't none of y'all business. Y'all just registered. If the House of York approve anybody to come under their house, well, that's going to have to be registered with the government.
Okay.
Other
Well,
than that,
outside of that,
everything is under York.
outside of the House of York, outside of the House of York,
outside the House of York, you just nominal Moroccan American get nationalized.
Okay.
Under your government. If the House of York requests someone, and with House of York request to the Imperial Royal Kingdom that they require this person to be nationalized under their venue, well, they gotta have a royal seal on it. I ain't got no problem doing it. But anybody else got to get nationalized as non-Moroccan Americans under their state.
But going through that route, we would still be able to go through the process of
after you nationalize under your state, if they request you to come over to work under the House of York, okay, that's diplomatic protocol outside of y'all thinking. They'll send a proclamation or to the Royal House with their seal on it, and they'll put down 5-6 names and say we need these people nationalized in the Royal House, and that's under their authority. They ain't got nothing to do with it. As long as they don't violate the rules of the House of York and whatever the rules of the House of York is and the Imperial Constitution, they ain't no issues. But if they come into the House of York and violate the rules of the House of York, well, the House of York has their own punishment and everything they can do, and then after that, they got access. They got all the rights in the world to come before the Imperial Judicial Administration to handle any kind of legal whatever affairs that they need to handle in their own state.
heavy. Okay.
Same thing I'm gonna do for the Empress. Okay, so
I was going to go to the Washitaw. Okay.
All right. So with the Empress, all right. So when she passed, so these cats is going out there online embarrassing my Empress. Okay, they're trying to tell people that they wouldn't talk to the Empress, and she gave them permission to exist. That's bullcrap. The Empress in a damn coma. When the last time you seen somebody in coma speak? And she's the Empress. You could have just put the phone to her mouth and heard her say hello. Everybody would have loved it. These cats got audacity to say they went out there and visited her. I'm not going to doubt that. But to sit there and say she spoke to you, I mean, that's an insult to my intelligence.
So that's how they saying they inherited everything.
Yeah, man. This cat is crazy.
That's that Prophet Muhammad stuff. On his deathbed, he says such and such and such.
Same thing with Constantine in the Christian ring.
Yeah, that's that.
Remember they said that his death he accepted Christ. I said, yeah, he dead now, man. You could say that.
Yeah, he said now it's over.
Nigga dead now. Yeah.
So what does that do for the Empress family? So the Empress family now is being boxed out.
Oh no, I own everything. So I have the state that I also created called Amuru Washitaw Moors the Maya. That has its own state. So that's what I'm offering to the Empress. Same thing I'm doing with Doc. I got my own damn state. I got my own authority. So that's what Prince Bay asked me to do. That's why he nationalized me as Chief Maku Thunderfire. Well, I'm only here fulfilling my mission. I went on that call a couple years ago and told them, they told you, no, I ain't want nothing you got. I came giving you something, but I ain't going to accept this madness that you got out here on this phone because your son want to be some damn crown prince and he wants to be a dolphin. You sound ignorant. If your daughter is the Empress, how can your son, Joe's son, be the crown prince? You got in bed, that's incest?
Hey, you know what?
That shit don't make sense. If she's the Empress, that makes her children would be the crown prince. Her daughter would be the prince, not his son. His son can never be the crown prince because he's not the king. He don't. Joe don't inherit anything. He's just the Empress' son. I ain't doubting that, but he don't own any rights to the Washitaw the Maya.
How did it skip past her son?
Because she
didn't want him to have it.
She didn't want him to have it because she created 12. She created 12 princesses and said if the empire started to fall, for them to take whatever necessary they need to do to save the empire, and that's what Prince Bay did. So once he established with the treaty of the Yamasee, we gave that seat full faith and credit. So that's where he left the crown prince seat at. So when he died in 2004, he didn't leave no heir. So I inherit that seat. So it's my property.
Yeah, so you definitely was in the right space at the right time. That slot was working. That space matter and time was working.
Because see, when I signed, so when I signed for the contract with Dot name on it, I was already a crown prince. I was already a chief. I got nationalized May 3rd, 2003. I signed the government contract June 20th. I was already a chief. I was appointed chief by a crown prince of a sovereign nation when I signed this contract with Dot name on it. Dot nationalized me as Nanya, Nayya. That's Dot material.
I'm a Nanya also.
How you Nanya?
You
got Anunnaki blood?
In the ancient mystic order Melchizedek,
my
attribute is Baba gave me the name of Nanya Nawub El.
Nanya or Nayya?
No, Nan.
Oh yeah, I'm a Nayya. That's Zodot material. That's why I say you out of order Zodot.
Nanya.
Hold on, dog.
Nah, it's Nanya. It's noble. It's noble. It's noble.
Yeah,
it's noble.
Nanya is noble. Nanya is royalty bloodline of the Anunnaki. That's Zodot. That's why he didn't want nobody using it. But
I know Naya,
Nayya, he nationalized me. When you pronounce Enki name, you supposed to say Nanya Enki. When you say Enlil name, you supposed to say Nanya Enlil. Them noble titles. That's why y'all got Nanya, that nobles. Well, he said not to use Nanya because that's only reserved for Zodot. He nationalized me as Nanya, Zodot. That's why I just told you earlier, I'm a Zodot. We don't no Zodot leave no Zodot behind. Y'all crazy.
I mean, listen, all respect. Arguably, niggas would say, well, he been sitting there for 10, 15, 18 years.
Why didn't they do something then? They got so much mouth.
Well, I'm talking about as far as
they paid $1.5 million.
I don't know how much. Years. I ain't see the books. I don't know what people to pay. Nobody showed me.
Doc been asking to see me 50 times. You know that number don't exist, so I stopped counting. Okay.
He said the number don't exist, nigga.
That's how many times he want to talk to me.
Oh man.
So the question y'all need to do is say, where was he at then? Well, you need to go ask his family. Why didn't they let me talk to him?
No, why would I do that when I got you right here? When we can talk to you,
and you're actually. You've been here 10 years. You've been locked up. Why you do that? Well, okay. Well, I'm doing something now because I'm using my authority.
Okay, I give you that.
I don't need their authority to speak on Doc's behalf or anything. They need my damn authority to say anything. If I was them, I wouldn't even speak his name. That's copyright trademark, brother. There are penalties for violating that type of energy. He gave them power of attorney over Dwight York, misnomer. Don't have no power of attorney over his state. They never got nationalized. That's that damn fault. That's how he lost it. That's how he advocated his seat. They could have been had this thing. Listen, we nationalized him as Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle. Same thing Prince Bay did to me. How you think I knew what to do? Crown Prince said when he nationalized me as Chief Maku Thunderfire because he looked at me and said, I know you can save the land and do what's got to get done. And I ain't worried about you trying to steal anything. He told me then, watch Latif, watch every damn body. He said they all around you because of your energy. We like Crown Prince Ramsey Bay, me, Crown Prince Ramsey Bay, Latif, Crown Prince Zakur. On different occasions, we traveled down to the land on behalf of Doc's contract and had discussions with these clowns. And they kept wanting to play in that UCC mess. And then Doc told them to put the whole damn land under government. They played with that UCC. I remember that day when that meeting was over. Because Latif had I couldn't calm down about the piss. I was so mad because they wanted to play stupid. And I said, let me go out here and do the last move garage then, because you niggas done lost the land. I walked out there and did the last mirage, and 2 weeks later, them niggas lost the land.
So this is the same. So now we have. So you saying we have frauds, Aline Bay over there that allegedly was a part of the Prince.
Oh yeah,
passing on and transitioning because they didn't give him.
He was in tune with Crown Prince Ramsey Bay.
They didn't give him his medicine. He was around him physically at the time when he got
sick.
And then they admitted him in the hospital or to the ambulance.
The ambulance came to pick him up. And see, Crown Prince Ramsey Bay got soldiers they don't know. So you got soldiers who traveled overnight when even his name was mentioned that he was hurt. They jumped in that car overnight and went and investigate. Okay, when they got there to the ambulance, to the hospital to verify the body, these cats wasn't even there. And the ambulance crew said they didn't even follow these to the ambulance, and they gave him his slave name,
gave him his corporate name. Wow.
They trying to claim he's some damn.
Oh, so they was setting up for him to pass on so they could take.
I don't know why they did. I don't know why they did, but that's the Crown Prince, the former prince, and that's a former Dima Sanru's heir. So all of that stuff got to be investigated. So the imperial prosecutor is going to be summoning them to our court for them to bring an affidavit exactly what happened to the Crown Prince Ramsey Bay.
Wow, that's terrible. And so what do you have in line for the Washitaw's kin, the princess that she left?
As I told you. Okay, so I got the land, I saved the land. I got the 3 million acres of 68,000, all that. Only thing the Empress got to do is the same thing y'all got to do. Register, get herself nationalized. Hell, I'll pay for hers. As long as she bring her own civil. That's my signature. I nationalize her as her position and give her the authority that her mama left for her. And this time she got full faith and credit. So she can set that damn house up, matriarchal council up, and she's not under the tutors of her daddy, her brother, and nobody else. She has her own authority.
It's the matriarch time. It's time for that. That's what it's about.
And once she get nationalized, she be crowned and recognized around the world as who she is. Right now, they ain't gonna get nothing done walking around here as corporations.
Everybody, it's one of the stages everybody go through when learning the information. But back then, they didn't have access to this.
Back then was all CIA information. Them cats were trying to mix sovereignty with UCC, and they messed everything up.
I mean, some of the stuff extracted is still prevalent. It's still applicable, but you got to know what's what.
It's 1% opposed to 100%. Which one you gonna choose?
Oh well, I'm not comparing.
I mean, you got that clown up there in Canada. Got his people trying to offset that using the it's not there on Squib. They post every damn thing like ignorant people.
Yeah, on public notice. Yeah,
all that. What public notice? Who we public? Where he gonna file it? He ain't got no meaning to file it. That's why I tell y'all. Look at that. That's madness to me. See, so evidently when the State Department and all them distance, but he didn't do all his pro duty. 10 years was up. That's when he started slinging all these damn liens. Talking about I got to lean on the queen. I got to lean on, man, please, where you going to catch me in that?
That's a good question.
Wherever you going to file him at? You don't have no venue to file him. You think Squib is a filer? Man, this guy is retarded.
Tour. Yo, so only Bobby's children can get him out now under the nationalized royal house. Is that what you're saying?
I ain't got nothing to say. If they got that much, they doing good. But like I said, the ship's moving.
Faith and credit. All right. So, anybody got any questions for the brother? We I guess we ain't gonna go back on that. He don't want to repeat that about
what?
No, talk about the House of York situation because that's huge.
I'm leaving it. I'm waiting. I gave you that much information because I put it out there and I put the young brother Prince York out. And I didn't mean to call him out. I rather him to deal with him on the private side and make sure he's all right. Okay, but if he need any assistance or anything, anybody harming him, he need to contact me.
Yeah,
I'm his brother from another mother.
I understand what you said. I mean, we definitely want.
They come out of the house of Murdoch. I come out of the house of Toph. Same father, Enki.
Anybody got any questions about the do we have to learn the oh, okay, what seal are you using, and what in the language is it the Yamasic language? What language?
It's all Nawapi. All of it come from Nawapi. That's the master language. So under Dots putting everything on our state, we inherit the language, but it was dealing with Nawabians, and they was out there embarrassing because Dot said fold. They kept trying to be loud and debate, the Hebrew Israelites and all that bullshit. And Dot said fold. They don't. And he taught us back in the 90s how to fold. You got to, shut down when you the worst enemy in the world. You ain't trying to get out there and prove nothing. You're supposed to shut down. They kept trying to fight and debate and all that crap, and they didn't have nothing to debate because it was sickening watching them, not disrespecting the master teacher like that, slinging all these slanderous charges on him. That like I said, he got his own venue now to prove his own innocence. I ain't got no problem. And everybody, whoever did anything in his case, they have to come to our court. I don't give a damn who it is. Water, Fisher, don't make a difference. That's dealing with Dwight York. That's a misnomer. The blood man, Chief Black Eagle, Thunderfire Eagle, Dr. Malachi Dr. York L, he nationalized under his own state, 19 June 2003. And his own state got full faith and credit from Georgia, and he got full faith and credit from the United States. And we got 5 other states to authenticate Georgia state. So that makes all the 50 states recognize the state that we created for Doc. That's their fault they didn't let us teach him how to run his state. That case supposed to be over.
I agree. Well, we here now.
And I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here talking to you now if they would have did what I did, because I didn't have I'm young. I ain't had no reason to do anything. I'm a warrior. So like I said, when we established the empire, I picked the moon. They picked me. And I said, well, y'all got to wait till I grow into that, because we ain't born no damn emperors every day. You know what I'm saying? Because when you establish your state, you create your own line. You feel me? So like I said, with them trying to get out there and call the chief a president, that's an insult to my intelligence. When he's docked as a sovereign of his own state. So he got to be at least a prime minister if they want to say that crap, but to say he a president is for a corporation, bro.
Yeah, most people don't understand the difference between the public and the private. They don't understand what they're saying.
You can't let them get out there and make them kind of moves. That's why I'm putting it on the House of York. So anything come from the House of York is official, and you ain't going out there on the market making yourself look like you're crazy.
That's real. That's definitely real. Let me see. Anybody got any questions? Come on now. This is you know what it is. Come on now.
So in dealing with the empress, okay, I inherit her throne. I don't care. I mean, let the empress come and get her seat. Tell her, call her. Y'all got a number. Tell her to come to the call Sunday. Tell her the emperor got something for her. Tell her you want to run this state. She's an empress. I ain't got no problem giving her state. That's what man, please.
So the people are required to have social security numbers. Basically, everybody got to come with their corporate identity.
You are a sovereign state. You are lawful, legal, and administratively. Let me ask you a question. You head of security, right, for your state.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
And people coming in your state, you can't get no background check on them because they coming in with all these fake names. Can they get in your state?
Nah.
All right. So what's register that you can get a background check on them is what they got to get nationalized with. Let's say get the application filled out with, and they got to get it notarized so you can verify that signature like any other royal sovereign state would do. All right. So once you pass that process and your background check and get all that stuff straight for the state, you know what I'm saying? Then you got a longer process for your application. Okay. And then at the end of that conversation, you got a confidentiality, because you got to realize is that the blood in you is what's getting nationalized under CMYE. The corporation is owned by the Queen. I can't nationalize that. I have no contract with that.
That's real.
That's the Queen. I'm not violating her position or the United States. So we're talking to the blood. And now that blood signs that contract, and now the blood is coming over here to get nationalized. And once the blood gets nationalized on the silver, well, that blood attaches itself to the land. So that flag, your national flag, you have all the rights under your national flag to do whatever you need to do. But long as you stay in the Constitution rule and understand your decree how to run your government, you got a council, you got a university, you got everything. And like I said, listen, if anything need to be changed, updated, we organic. It's no problem. We are our own damn state. Okay?
Energy into motion.
How you feel?
Listen, bro. Listen.
You got enough people listening?
Listen. I'm saying that we fluctuate between 79 and like 85 back and forth, but you got a lot of people that are shadow listeners, so they wait till we go off and then they come right on. They don't want to be up here live for whatever reason. You know, in another 2 hours, it'd be like 250 people that listen. You know, so it is what it is. However they get it. That's one of the reasons I started doing this, because some people don't like when you talking straight to them. They want to double back and listen so they can go through their stuff.
But that's the whole point. It ain't no. I mean, I can't. You talked on the brother phone before we got going.
That's a fact.
I kind of felt a little bit for you because you didn't inform me that you were bringing this clown. I'm going to talk to this clown after we had a conversation. You know
no. I wasn't. It wasn't a plan. He started doing videos about me. He did like 4 videos about me that same night. And then he sent them to me and was saying, he said he posted on the timeline under the video, and that I erased all his comments. And he says, he called me all kinds of heathens and talking about you're a guy who bad. And I was like, bro, what the hell are you talking about, nigga? Ain't nobody erased. What we erasing your comments for? Nobody care nothing about that. And then he was like, yeah, well, this is what I sent. I said, bro, you ain't got to talk to me. You can talk to the people. You got something to say, nigga, you can just come talk to the people. All right? And then he was like, okay. You know, he want the stage. So because we need the people to see. We need the people to see truth versus bullcrap, fact versus fiction. We need people to see. So when the brother sit up there, first of all, he said straight up and down, he don't care nothing about that. Straight up and down, and he don't care nothing about the nation. You know, he's like, he'll do something if the whole nation would submit and to him and apologize to him for not listening to him years ago. Okay. And then he says his only institution that he got set up is a webinar. And I told him, I said, well, outside of the SF 181, what exactly are you offering the people? Because everybody got that now. So what are you doing? Outside of that, what's your claim?
What's that?
You know, the SF1, that's the race and ethnicity form for the feds that deal with where they change it where you basically white being listed as any of the original inhabitants. You know, he said it 100,000 times. Any original inhabitants of the Middle East, of Europe, and of North Africa. And of course, let me show you. Let me tell you. Talk about it.
Listen, that's why I was listening to this clown. Okay, listen.
Talk about it.
When we was coming through the Yamasee government, everybody was so scared of me and watching me, right? So we was told by the Jamaican embassy that we had to register our passports at the immigration. So we went downtown to the immigration downtown Atlanta. And so we had Anuki, a Tarif. I don't know if he was with us or not. We had like 5 of them. So they asked to see our ID. They said, they said, KHUFU? And I said, what? I said, you need to see my passport? No problem. And I went up to INS and showed them my passport, our paperwork. And so they just like shut the whole INS building down. So they went upstairs. And next thing I know, all the big boys was walking around the building. And they came down and said, well, you can't file this here, but it's all lawful and legal. And that security guard, he was following Doc. He said he read Doc books back then. He said, yo, man, whatever y'all got for all them guys to come out the office, they are like, it's like, what the hell is really going on? All right. So we had an issue in the Yamasee government with the W4 form because they got blacks, all that stuff on it, right?
Yeah.
So listen to me. Me, Anuki, and a couple more brothers, I think Tariq was then, we went down to the IRS building in Georgia and showed them my documentation. I did. And now you got Native American on a W-4 form. I did that with my damn authority.
So you saying this is another episode of him swagger jacking you and taking credit for something that you put into motion?
Well, I mean, that's just showing you what we were doing in Yamson government, because that's all we knew. We were trying to, work and, survive and all that. So we go fill out the application. They say Black, Indian, all that. I'm like, I ain't neither one of them. I'm Native American. Yeah. So we went down there and dropped our paperwork off to the state of Georgia, authenticated. And next thing I know, they had Native American on their application, so we can hit, we can mark Native American. That came from us. That came from me doing that. I did that.
I understand that.
So these cats was around. But you know what really took them? You know what really got them guys going? When they came into court with me and I had my handcuffs on, carrying my briefcase, and they escorted me around what you got to walk through as a diplomat, and they had to go through, and they escorted me around, and they seen how I presented myself in court when I discharged that damn case, the same case we talking about when I put this in. Them cats is with me. They seen that, and ever since then, them cats been off the chain, man.
Oh, so they seen that firsthand.
They seen it firsthand. They were like, God damn, you damn KHUFU off the chain. So that's why you see him shaking when I came on. So I reached to that damn phone and slapped shit out of him, telling me he's gonna try to challenge me. Ain't gonna send one of his little stooges over to a government call talking about our chief got something to say to you. Who? Shadwell? Man, you go look at that video. Man. And that's why I said, I got to finish that call. I looked at the fellas. I said, you want to go raise hell? Let's go over there. That's why I came to your site for the nation. Let me go over here and slap this little helper.
You know what? He was tight.
I'm about ready to tell him he better put some bass in his damn voice. Or
oh, God, that's crazy.
Put some bass in your voice. You know what I mean? Look at it. You hear him?
Well,
you see, he didn't say nothing about Deani. Because Deani is Mauritius' sister. And I know the whole story, how he disrespected my sister. So
that was his ex-mate. That was his ex-mate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna talk that crap to me. I got KHUFU saying this. All right, what are you gonna file that? Accept for value this. All that crap you talking about. I accept that for value. Man, please. Who you gonna accept? Where you gonna file it at?
All right, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna put the link in the thing for a couple of people to ask some questions live. They could jump up here.
Oh, I was looking for him. What are you at?
All right, I'm gonna do it right now. So listen, y'all gonna come up here, y'all gonna ask your questions, y'all gonna rotate right on the hell out of here.
One time you ain't. I did a sell my old last night. I ain't messing y'all that long tonight.
Oh no, we ain't doing nothing like that. I had to just buy another 100 hours. Matter of fact, the brother Ron do. You know what? Y'all gonna have to stop. Can a brother get a free will offering? 5 cents, 10 cent dollar, something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all acting up. We be putting his work in. We put his work in for the people. You know what I'm saying? Bringing exclusives with the emperor. Shit. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it, beloved. I think this is a blessing because this is unprecedented. It's an unprecedented moment. It's a shift in our story, and we had a junction, and this is one of those shaking of the tree moments, and we're gonna see who's who on the planet Earth.
That's basically. Why he said. That's the way he told him. He said, "I'm gonna be off the scene for a second."
This is one of them situations. So
they thought a second was a year. Then they thought it was 2 years. Then they thought it was 10 years. Now it's been 18 years. Now they're saying, "Ah, damn, what do you mean he gonna step off the scene for me?" Because he also told you at the end of the day, he said, "What? When God come in his own good time, he'll come get me. Because everything, that's only gonna come get me out there. What they getting ready to trap me in." He told you in the 90s. He said exactly what was going to happen, remember? He said they were going to come and arrest him and get him on some kind of crazy child molestation, and that's only to keep people reading his books and all that stuff, and it happened just like he said it.
He'd be talking like 10 years in advance, beloved. He do that a lot. So, yeah, the link is inside the chat. Y'all come in, you ask your question.
All right, check this one out. You ready?
Talk to me. We ready.
So I'm the one, for those who don't know who I am, that we was on the land that day when I finally ran into Doc, and he had his entourage around. I was with his brother named Hemo Tech, right? And we were walking through the land. We see Doc coming with his entourage, and we tried to go through the trailers, and they were playing, the boys were playing flag football, so we had to, turn around and go back. And by the time we came back, we ran smack into Doc. And he had all this entourage around him, right? And them guys hated me and his brother named Hemotech, because we asked questions. So they used to ask us to come to class and don't ask questions. That's how much hell we were raising. So you can hear him saying, Doc, that's them, Doc, that's them, Doc, get him, Doc, that's them, Doc, that's them. So Doc came up on us, and Hotel talk more crap than anything, right? So Doc asked him, he gave us the Mason sign, third degree. And we gave back to him. He asked him on tap talk, you got anything for me? You gonna live nah, man, I passed. I looked around here and like, all the crap you talking, you got Doc right in front of you now. You ain't gonna answer questions.
He ain't said nothing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they be freezing sometimes.
Yeah, so then the master teacher looked at me and said, you got something else to ask? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know if you can answer it or not. He said, who, me? I said,
really?
Yeah, you. He said, oh, I don't have nothing but 76 trillion million years of knowledge.
Yeah.
I just been on the scene with, 20-some years writing over 500-some books. I think I'm pretty qualified to answer your question. I said, all right, then. I give you a shot. He said, all right. I said, well, I was around 7, 8 years old, and a being appeared to me, and he looked just like this character right here. Coat of arms. That's my coat of arms. And I said, he appeared to me. That's who I described the Doc right there. And Doc pushed everybody back and said, yo, as I told you, the ones you're looking for, go look in the mirror. Where this elder come from, I told y'all I had 76 trillion million years of knowledge. He said, where this brother come from, he got 100 million times that. And he stepped to the front to me and said, I'll see you on the floor. That's the only reason why I came to the Lord. And that's 2 weeks after that, y'all would know they came with that false arrest and all that crap with all them agents that's around him.
Right after that.
And I just tell you, he said, I'll meet you on the floor. I haven't had my meeting yet, brother.
We be setting it up.
I'm going to get my meeting.
Because
he got some more to tell me about this brother. Where I come from. And I ain't letting nobody stand in that way.
I understand. Well, we got out the first question. The brother Walter, peace and blessings, right back. Come on. How you been, beloved? You on live? Welcome to Revision Radio. Appreciate your energy. You on live with the brother, with the Emperor KHUFU. Let's go. That's right. Ade Loye. Okay. What's your question, God? I can't hear you. We can't hear you. Turn your thing up. It's not muted. It's just the volume low. Okay, say something. You gotta fix that. Okay, take your time, fix it. I'm gonna leave you. You still in the studio, but we can't hear you. We're gonna let me say somebody else coming in. Monterey, you loud? Can we hear you?
Salam alaikum with magic. Peace to all of the guys.
All right. Salam alaikum magic. Let's go. Peace and blessings. How you doing, God? What's going on with you?
All right, I'm doing well.
Right.
So this is KHUFU. For everybody who claims or think they have authority, can you break down for them what the 1992 number and 1993 number represent? Can you also, so it's a 3-part question. 1, can you break down where the numbers came from? 2, what they apply to be used for? And 3, when you showed Doc's paperwork of him nationalized, it didn't say anything about a Yamasee Creek Nation. So can you explain to any and all ears that can hear and eyes who can see what these numbers are for and what they're used for?
Okay. All right. Thanks. Good question.
Walter,
right.
go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. You might get your sound back.
Yeah. Well, the 208 1992 number, that goes back to 1992 when Doc dropped the United Arab Nation Moors Constitution in the UN for that UN filing. And 208 1992 only means that in 1992 he was the 208 person in line to do the filing. That's all it means. All right. So under that contract, it's under Constitution authority. Okay. So then you notice 2/15/1993. So that made Doc got the Constitution established before the Empress got 2/15/93, which she established under the Washitaw deductible. That's the sovereignty of the nation. All right. She created her own empire with Empire Washitaw. But the contract was Archbishop said is under Washitaw deductible. Okay, as the oldest tribe. So that 215 number is recognized as the oldest tribe in the land. Okay, so when the Empress got that number, she was also granted a $250 million grant from the World Bank to control the land and work the land. All right, so when they came with the raid, they shut that mission down. And so that money's still sitting there. So her family can go still get that money and move that contract once they get themselves nationalized. So that's what's dealing with the 2/15/1993 number. Okay. So now the 2/08/1992 number is under the Constitution and the 2/15/1993 number. Okay. Now, what was the other question?
All right. So who has the
authority? Oh, yeah. Okay. So when you go look online and you see authentic apostille with Malachi, Zadok, York L, and Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle on them apostilles, you go up top, you will see where it's coming from. It has nothing up there to say the Yamasee or the Creek Nation. It says Creek under our bloodline, but it has no contract with the Yamasee or the Creek Nation. So that's a whole different venue that Doc registered under the 2/08/1993 number that's haven't even been accepted at the UN level. And they got here putting that seal on paperwork that hasn't even been accepted. So they can't continue to disrespect the master teacher like that.
So wait, what number you said hasn't been accepted to the UN?
The 2/08/1999 number.
Yeah, that's because he talked about the 92 number.
The 92 number is on the Constitution.
Okay,
that's the number. That's the number he put on the government. The Creek Nation, they claim it this 2/08/1999. That's something he registered. Let me be honest with you, because they like projects. So under that number, he was giving them welfare. That's the only reason he registered that damn number, 2/08/1999, to register them under the UN. That charter he was under charter with that. That number ain't never been approved.
All right,
it don't have to be approved. It don't have to be approved because they don't know nothing about the 2/08/1992 number because they ain't supposed to know. Now I'm docking that number on the House of York because that's where it rightfully belongs. It's still a part of the Constitution.
Wasn't that the Shoshone? Wasn't that the Shoshone situation? The 1992 number?
That was part of the Doc bloodline. You talking about with the Shoshone patch and all that because he was tracing his bloodline through the Black Eagle all back to Ben York.
Yeah.
That's all in your declaration.
All right. You got anything else, Monterey?
So I got you, brother. You after that? We good?
Yeah. So look, to end that off, right? With
you got something else?
Yeah, to end that off with those three numbers, right? The 1998 number, is that basically like having the apostille number 2? Like they have to go through the State Department to get
that 99 number? No, right. It ain't got nothing to do with the apostille process. That's just something that they found. They registered at the UN. The UN is a charter, so they were registering that at the UN, trying to get recognized at the UN as a Creek Nation. That number never been accepted. The Creek Nation is already part of the BIA. They already recognize the BIA. That's why I said they ain't got nothing to do with these cats. Dot number is 2/8/1992. Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird and Dr. Malachi York L. So whoever these cats are trying to say they got some de facto chief and they got to file and register some application to say that's their chief, well, they got to send all that paperwork to the House of York. So that's dishonoring the Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle and Dr. Malachi Zadok York L, whose blood, I got his blood authority. That's copyright trademark violations. So if they want to say they signing some petition to say some chief they got, I don't know who he is, don't care. But the blood right and the authority comes under Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle.
No, they wasn't talking about getting. They actually spoke about petitioning, recognizing Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle as their chief.
No, they named some other chief. I heard they ain't say nothing about Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle.
Ain't because what it was the person was a representative of a specific office that's supposed to be representing Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, an
They
ambassador, the ambassador going out there to Liberia. So that's what the
they
scenario is.
can't. That's dishonor to the House of York. They never came to his state to get permission to move on that end. This one never got permission from the state. He might have got permission from the family to represent the numbers.
And who the
he
state?
Got no permission from
Who
the
the state?
Huh?
Who the state?
We the damn state.
I just wanted to put it on record. That's all. We wanted to put it on record.
Hey, I was getting that too, guy. I was getting that.
He ain't come got no respect.
I want to put it on record. That's all.
They haven't came, and they talking about they got to listen how ignorant they look. They claim they got an embassy in Liberia, and that you got to be a receiving state. That make Liberia fund you. So you say they disrespecting the House of York? Trying to claim that what's going on, we can't tell y'all. Y'all funding them. You should know everything that's going on over there. You paying for it. What you mean you can't discuss nothing online? That's all secrecy bullshit. Because they ain't doing nothing. They're a tenant. Them niggas tenants over there. They paying rent. They tenants.
So you good, Monterey?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right, God, I appreciate you, beloved. You know what I'm saying? Yo, stay in tune. We out here. We in these streets. We in these streets trying to do the right thing. All right, brother Walter, you up?
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, word. How you doing, Emperor KHUFU? How you living, man?
I'm good. What you doing? I'm great.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So I'm just curious. I've been on your calls. You already know we've been in a circle together several times. But when are you going to be opening up, things to the public again in terms of accepting applications and doing that?
No,
I've been trying
the nationality is closed, Walter. The registration is open. When you came around, I know you from our circle, and I opened it for you during that little short period. But them doors has been closed because I was merging the state. Certain filings got filed, and I said I was closing that door. So now only thing is open is the registration with the university and getting your application filled out and everything, and getting in your university to learn how to run your state. When we decide to open up nationality, we basically, nationality gonna be open up whenever we want, but we looking for positions that's going to come in and help run the state. That has resumes that can sit in these seats to run a state. Okay, so that's where we at right now. Other than that, the authority from the office for the Imperial Chancellor, that office is just looking for NEDs, non-executive directors, that come in. If they can't qualify, people can't qualify to sit in these seats, we're gonna go out there looking for resumes of people that got experience that sit in these seats to come in and help y'all run y'all state. Okay.
So is the university
getting yourself registered and just getting online, because talk is cheap. I need people to know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna study and run your state, come and study and run your state. I'm not
everybody trying to get in. We trying to beat the door in. What you talking about? Right? Tell them right. Y'all like, I'm trying to get there. What you talking about?
So the registration is open, and as they come in, we'll dock you and come on the call and stop the chill. And
all right,
because we got a call tonight, but I put it upon because all the craziness is out there on the wire. So I don't have time to play with these people. They want to debate and everything. There ain't nobody who can debate with me. So my thing is, I'm gonna set up the House of York so that situation can be handled forever. And with the Washitaw, I'm setting the Empress up so she can come in and she can set that house up forever. So I got my own state. You feel me? So I got we got different states within our government. So this state get up and this state get up, and we got this state up. But guess what? Each state can do business with each other. We don't need to go ask them for nothing.
Word. So you've already dropped the links to register for the university, because I know you were talking about the university and getting that set up. So that's already set up, ready for it.
It ain't all the way to the point that you want it. Okay, it's gonna get better and better because your shares is doing the best she can.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all got some kind of technical wiring website experience, all right, that's part of that kind of stuff. It does helping your government. And I see that kind of stuff when it's time for me to do things. I don't forget nothing. So I'm saying, because it's my signature. You see? So long as you're moving your state, I ain't got no problem. But y'all don't realize the world is waiting on you to run your damn state. Let me give you this one right quick. In 2015, I put out an order to certain people to go find out about full faith and credit, right? More about it. And we had a brother in our circle named Brother Tucker, peace be upon him now. So a lot of people called me and asked me, you know, give me answers of what they thought they had, and they was all crazy. So I got to call Brother Tucker about 2 weeks after I gave him the order. And he said, Brother Emperor. I said, yeah. He said, well, I finally got my call back. And I said, okay, from who? He said, well, I called one of my old buddies that was in the military with me. And he's a colonel now at the Pentagon. And he finally called him back. He said, you know, I got your call, what you need. So he said, well, the Emperor gave me an order to find out more about full faith and credit. So I'm requesting some information on it. So the colonel said, what Emperor? You talking about the Emperor in Japan? He said, no, Emperor KHUFU. He said, you know Emperor KHUFU? He said, yeah, I just talked to him. He said, could you send him a message from us? He said, yeah, what you got? He said, well, you tell him to come on, because he's holding up the whole damn world. So I've been moving this state slowly, big, you know, and moving this state so that we at the point now, this state got to go. It's time to run it. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You pay your own bills. You nationalize your own people. You control your own doors, and you control your own university. You control everything. You ain't got to ask them for nothing. You ain't got to beg them for nothing. Listen, the average job with the equity y'all got, the average paying job under your kingdom is 106 figures, $100,000. Even the janitor's gonna make $100,000. That's just the equity you got to write off. That's the equity you got to write off to pay your nationals.
Cypher, don't get gas. I see you. Listen, listen. All right, Brother Walter, I'm gonna let somebody else come through and ask a question, right?
All right,
appreciate
peace.
you, beloved.
Peace. Appreciate that, KHUFU. Appreciate that.
All right. Wow. All right. Well, let me say this though. Not to be, a lot of niggas is messed up, right? So you know it became hostile when niggas started seeing that 2,700 fee. You know, niggas start talking, that's tax money. Niggas like, hold up, beloved. So
hey man, when I had that thing down to 13 pieces of silver, $500, that's my senior. I was undercutting myself, okay? So when you go look at the Roy orders that's been sent, and it tell you it's going to go up this, it's going to go up this point, it's going to go up this point. And it's not as though made it up to this point. The next point is 5,400, okay? Because the United States require like $7,000 for you to be neutralized. We have full faith and credit, okay? So you want my signature, the full faith and credit, a nationality with full faith and credit with silver? You got to be kidding me. $2,700 be a slap in the face. Most many of y'all done wasted out there on your slip, but you ain't benefiting me at all. That's why I say nationality closed. So if you want my signature, that's what it's going to cost. But if y'all come in and help run your government, y'all set the system up, whatever y'all decide on, it's fine, but the silver's going to stay the same. But that's y'all the administrator. But if I got administrator, I mean, hell, I mean, the executive council seats that's under Imperial Seat like that for the public, them like $1 million seats, man. Just like in the United States, this ain't no chatter seats. These $1 million seats. That's like you see them people pay the Republican Party $10 million, $5 million. They want the Postmaster General pay the Trump Republican administration to be the Postmaster General $10 million freaking dollars. You got full faith and credit for the United States to run your own state. Man, I can put them seats out there for $1 million walk. I'm giving y'all the opportunity to come in and run your damn state so you can see the thought you got. You tripping about $2,700, much y'all done hustle dock out of? The hell out of here.
I don't know what
my
is.
signature.
Huh? I don't know what that is. I don't know what you talking about. Yo, I got a brother Sean Smalls.
Like I said, when I finish the multi proprio that I'm right now, that's going up. That's going up to 5,400. It's doubling. Come on, brother.
Let's go, brother Sean Smalls. Peace. What's going on, bro?
Peace, Pharaoh. Peace, brother KHUFU. I got a question, man. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, loud and clear.
Hey, I was on my phone on your website, brother KHUFU, and I tried to register, but I couldn't register on my phone. Do I need to be on a desktop to register?
Man, I am not one of them technical.
You don't know about that. That's another department, y'all.
That's not my department. Now I know they have had some issues with the phone. I don't know what phone you got, but come on the call Sunday night, and then the administrator will be up there to walk you through it. Okay. So
All right.
we got an open call on Sunday night, getting the Empress situated straight.
What
Okay.
time? What time Sunday? What time Sunday?
What time they got that? What time is it? 6 o'clock, I believe.
6 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
6
so we
o'clock
discussing
Sunday.
this
There's a call.
Yeah, we discussing about Empress, getting the Empress house straight and selling. We said a little bit on the hit call tonight. It's gonna be selling that call, but just setting, I'm just setting the record straight to move this shit we got. So I ain't here to fight nobody. I got a state to offer the Empress, and she need to come get it.
I'm trying to get a spot on that ship, man. Peace, brothers. Peace. Thanks for letting me on, Pharaoh.
Not a problem, beloved. You be safe, man.
All right.
Another brother said they say he trying to get on the ship. I said, you fall off now.
You trying to get on, beloved.
Get on. That's why I said, if you ain't got nothing crazy on your record, like, crazy, there's nothing gonna stop you from getting nationalized.
All right, well, let's get it. Nepatanu, you up? You guys say you've been talking a lot in that chat room, God. What's up?
Yeah, Rahul back.
Yeah, Rahul back.
My first question about the statement about putting everything through the York, Royal York family, the York Family Trust. Upon nationalizing, because anything dealing with the tribe would have to go through national. So you would have to nationalize them. So they'll be nationalized on the CMYE.
You nationalize on the CMYE Imperial Kingdom. Everybody, that's your database. Then the House of York, let's get it straight. Then the House of York will decide who comes under that house. They still got to be nationalized under their own government. That's the CMYE now. Okay, so you got 4 houses. Everybody got to come through the CMYE. Now down the road, once these houses get set up, I imagine we can separate certain nationalities, and we'll put a ribbon on this one to represent this house, and this ribbon on this nationality, to represent this country, you know what I'm saying? So, then set up different ID sections that, that we recognize and the country recognize. But as we go on, we get that stuff set. But right now, we got one ship we got to get rolling. It's a template. So that's a template for the other states to come in and run. But under the state that Doc created, put his full faith and credit under, I'm creating a House of York. That's not a state. That's a royal house. That's a family crest. So just like the Rothschilds got a family crest from England, well, the Yorks got a family crest from the Imperial CMYE government for the puppet, or the Imperial Royal Kingdom. All right. So the same authority that the House of Rothschild is a certain, where whatever rules the House of York decide on how they're gonna rule that royal house, that's as long as they under the Constitution and not violating the Constitution, they can run their house any way they want. So it's up to them to come in and solidify who all Doc children is, and how the line of succession go, and how the trust fund go for everybody to be to get their share or whatever. Okay, that's all family business. That's all House of York business. They got nothing to do with me.
You got another question, God? Come on now. Let's go.
Yeah. And then you was mentioning the Creek Nation, the contract with the Creek Nation, as far as the acknowledgement that they gave, or the contract they formed with us. You have any documentation on that? Because from my understanding right now, that if we could put our hands on that particular documentation, that would solidify his freedom and all the actions that have been taken on him.
Don't listen to that bull crap. Them cats out there listen to them attorneys that's selling. No,
this ain't from, now the attorney trying to sabotage that. The attorney's not doing anything in there.
The whole Patah, the whole case is closed. There's nothing you can do.
We ain't talking about the public court case.
What are you talking about then?
I ain't talking about. I'm talking about through the Department of Interior.
Well, how you gonna get anything done if you're not coming from your state?
We coming from the state. I agree with you wholeheartedly. You got to come from the state. You got to come from a government.
The tribe don't run the state. The state run the government. Doc dropped the Constitution under the Yamasee Native American government. Trademark copyrighted his name under the government. Not just Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird. He also docked Dr. Malachi Zadok York L. He doctored all under his. He only gave them power of attorney over Dwight York, whoever the hell that is. But he put all his power of attorney on his own state. So that's what the power is. There ain't no authority over anything outside of the state that's created with his.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
So anything that's coming out of the property that's belong to the state that I'm putting in the House of York got to come from the diplomatic arena. You got
now as far as the state, as far what I'm saying is this, right?
Come on.
Right now, it's action in the Department of Interior right now, where they saying the same thing. You are a state, but to validate the state, they're requesting certain documents that was currently turned in. We want the acknowledgement letter from the Creek Nation.
Nothing came across my desk, and if anything come across my desk, it's got to come from the House of York. But I'm getting ready to establish the House of York. So yes, I know I'm on record.
Right now, they're already moving. The House of York ain't established yet, and
I would establish
the House of York. The House of York hasn't been acting in 19 years. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hold on, I'm acting right now. So you can send it to the Office of the Protector, my position, and I look over the documents and whatever my office got to do to submit back to the Department of Interior, it'll be coming from my office, not from no damn Creek Nation.
You heard that? You heard that?
Creek Nation ain't got a damn thing to do with my authority.
You heard that, Patah. So you send that to, what's the email? Let me give you the email.
Office_for_protector at hushmail. Or at cmyimperialgov.us. Nothing came across my desk, brother. But I hear a lot of people talking, but ain't nothing came across my desk. Ain't nothing been sent to me.
Can you say that email again for me, please?
It's office_for_protector at cmyimperialgov.us. So whatever the Interior want from me, I can send it from my authority. Creek Nation ain't got no authority, so whatever they were doing, they requesting them to authenticate the Creek Nation. I ain't got nothing to do with Creek Nation. I got sovereign authority over the Yamasee Native American government via matter of fact embassy. That's what doc authority is. So if they went in there and found something representing the Creek Nation, they did a misnomer. They running before protocol. That's why.
Now the letter of intent, the letter of intent say Yamasee tribe of the Creek Nation.
They ain't got nothing to do with
Yamasee tribe of Moors of the Creek Nation, and that has Chief Black Eagle as on the head of it. That's what he submitted in that letter of intent.
That didn't come through my office. Doc is the commander-in-chief of the Yamasee Native American government via matter of fact embassy that's docked all the way up to the State Department. Okay, whatever the Creek Nation is, he separated that from us. We have nothing whatsoever to do with no Creek Nation. Now they're supposed to get a register at the UN to get a 208-1999 number to register them as Creek Nation, but that number never got approved. So the authority that me and Latif got, that comes from our venue. We have nothing to do with the Creek Nation. Don't want nothing to do with the Creek Nation, because Doc became a Yamasee Native American Moor under his own government, the Yamasee Native American government via matter of fact embassy, and he delegated his authority to Latif, Chief Blackhawk, as custodian over the government. So nobody got authority over that seat or that seal, but us. So anything dealing with the Creek Nation, brother, they got to produce their self or they're a fraud. And they need to send that through the Office for the Protector so that I can get that stuff straight, whatever it is at in Office of Interior, because they got that stuff comes with apostille authority where your seal is raised. You don't have authority to raise no seal.
So that's office_for_protector at cmye.gov.us, correct?
No, CMYE Imperial.
Oh, there you go. CMYE Imperial.gov.us.
No, Imperialgov.us.
All right, see there. That's why I'm asking again. I want to
CMYE
Imperialgov.us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna send you some formal information. I'm gonna put you on notice that 208, the Yamasee tribe, just like the letter of intent, the Yamasee tribe of the Creek Nation has 208-1999. It's an interim government.
That's just frivolous information to me because you have no authority to even speak on that behalf.
With the interim,
where your
the people
authority come from?
From the interim government that has formed.
There ain't no interim government. There ain't no interim government that outside
due to the failure, due to the 19 years of failure to act, it was forced to form, and we have a plebiscite. And we're not going through no York. We're not going through no Royal House of York, and we moving forward. And anyone listening want to form the role because that's what's needed to free the master teacher right now. We don't got no time. We ain't waiting no more. We ain't waiting 90 more days. Much as any more time for what we doing. We moving. I'm gonna get across your desk. We gonna get across your desk, put you on notice. But we moving a certain way. Ain't nothing gonna stop it.
Put me on notice about what?
That we moving. We already moved. We already got action in the court. We just need something to solidify. If we get that letter from you or get that letter from the Creek Nation, he out. You see what I'm saying? So all of that's semantics. Once he get out, he gonna straighten that. So all I'm saying is, if you let me finish. Peace God, peace won't be still right quick. Once we get that information to you, and you can act. That's what I've been seeking for you for the longest anyway. So if it comes from CMYE,
you gotta send the information to the guy. You gotta send it to him so he can.
Well, I sent it to the email online, the one you get on the webpage.
It's just the fact the way he approaching me with my authority, saying he put me on notice. He don't have.
Yeah, I'm putting you. I was listening to you respectfully. I'm just letting you know what's taking place.
No, you say you can be.
It's information that was stated I don't necessarily agree with. If we can iron it out, we can iron it out. Just telling you, it's steps that have already been taken, and his freedom has already been secured. It's just the road. Yeah, now if you got a road, because they did ask for you, and you are on the blue back, but you on the blue back because of your Yamasee tribe. The Yamasee tribe got its authentication or its acknowledgement from the Creek Nation. That's why he put Yamasee tribe of the Creek Nation. Now he separated the embassy from it because that represents the tribe. We have a government as a tribe, but we did come in part of the Creek Nation. Now if the Creek Nation acknowledgement letter is on if I get that in my hand right now, he out Monday or tomorrow Monday. You know what I'm saying? If you provide a document, if I could get across your desk and you could provide the document we need, well, let's move on it. I'm just saying, ain't nobody got no more time.
But let me ask you this. That
being said, week to week.
But that being said, God, you heard that being said, then present the information so you can get across the desk so that the God can get
I already said that. I already said we're gonna make the move and do all that.
I was there, but you served a steak, mashed potato, and broccoli and gravy meal on a garbage can top. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
Not really. I don't look at it like that. I ain't serve it like that. I mean, he made a statement, and the statement at the time, I couldn't be silent at making that statement. I couldn't be silent, and my delivery wasn't disrespectful. It just had to be delivered at that point in time, immediately.
Just because when you put me on notice, you don't have authority to do it on notice on me. I can look at what you're
well, I do because I'm gonna tell you my authority, right? From the interim government that formed, I'm the grand vizier.
Interim government, brother.
That's right. That's from the pleb because of the failure to act. You failed to act. You haven't been acting in 19 years. Really, where your authority been? We haven't seen it. We haven't seen your authority. You failed to act. The York House failed to act. The admin failed to act. Latif failed to act. All of you have failed. So we formed an interim government to act. And now we've been successful. We just need help. If you're really sincere, if you and Zada want him out, then let's get together and do what it takes to get him out. I mean, necessary.
You can't be badgering the guard like that.
I ain't badgering.
He can't listen. He don't understand something. He don't know how to
listen.
If you can't out-talk, you can't force your way through the system. Now, whatever you got that's run across my desk, I'm not acknowledging the Creek Nation to exist at all. I'm acknowledging Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, and I'm in control of his estate for the Yamasee Native American government via matter of fact embassy. So that's how I'm on record at the State Department, brother. When Colin Powell signed me in, he said, who's on record? The Yamasee Native American government via matter of fact embassy is what I'm on the State Department level head is. So whatever you claiming that the Interior got raised on me, that's a fraud. So I need to deal with the Interior.
Now they got it from the blue bag
and straighten this mess out because I'm
Now,
not.
they got it
I'm
from your
not the
blue bag.
authority over any Creek Nation. They know who I am. It ain't nothing to argue with you about. It's just some technical difficulties that at the level of diplomacy that's got to be straightened out.
Well,
But
what I
No,
would
they never made that claim. They never made that claim. They got it from the blue bag. But you affiliated with the name of
you
Chief
said
Black Eagle
you
Thunderbird.
trying to say that the government failed to act. No, let me give you some straight
The
facts here,
government did
okay?
fail to act.
No,
Now they
just
did.
listen.
You said they
can't
failed to act.
learn.
You said they
You
was
can't
absent.
learn if you don't
you,
listen.
you gonna let him respond, God?
All right, now first of all, when we established Doc as the chief of the commander in chief of the Yamasee Native American government and Ville Minor Effect Embassy and the apostille process, got 10 years on that seat. So Doc had 10 years to systematize the state. All right, so we went to court for Doc to represent my state. Okay, and they failed to do what we asked them to do. So that seat was left vacant, just sitting, because then he chastised Latif and made Latif a clan chief, and his seat was sitting. Y'all didn't never come and get nationalized on the Boston tribe for him to delegate into his authority. So after 10 years, whether y'all want to say he a chief for life, that's your business. But according to the apostille process at the State Department, that seat only had 10 years for full faith and credit. Okay, so when Doc advocated his seat, I transferred the contract over to my state, and you can't come and tell me anything how fast I can run my state, because Doc had his 10 years to do what he had to do under his authority. So you can't come and tell me I failed to act on anything. So I'm running my state.
Weren't you the fiduciary though? I thought you and
No
Latif
such
and
thing.
Amun was
You
the
got there's no
fiduciary.
such thing in the international arena, because you don't have no authority to speak on no level. Where your full faith and credit at? Show me where the state gave your company full faith and credit. Show me where the United States gave you full faith and credit. Show
The
me
United
where the state
States,
of Georgia gave the Creek Nation
the
full
United States and the state of Georgia gave me full faith and credit. Number one apostille sent to Morocco, and it's sealed with a Grand Vizier seal on it. It's a red seal that say Grand Vizier on it.
Go ahead, man. Get
And it has a mirror. I could bring it to your desk when I bring the other information. But
you
what
don't
does that
have no
mean?
authority. You have no authority. You
Listen,
had authority. If you had that type of authority, brother, you can use
I
that
disagree
authority
with
to go
you.
get Doc.
I feel the interim government, the people.
If you say you got apostille one, you got something recognized by Morocco, well, you can go get Doc tomorrow. If you got that kind of apostille. Now, don't come talk to me. You go use your apostille.
I did go.
You said you got your stuff apostille.
When you're ready for me to talk, let me talk. You ready for me to talk? I did go. I did go by myself. I did go by myself, and I was successful. But hold up, I said I represent the tribe. So when upon the success, they said go have your tribe say they back you, get the government to come. Of course, you know the York Family Trust and all them. You know the admin, they wasn't available. Then they actually called me because of the U.S. State Department blueback that y'all got. They mentioned the 3 names on it, yours and the other 2, and said contact you. From 2019, I've been trying to contact you. You know what I mean? They're not saying that they're not affiliating you with the Creek Nation. They're not affiliated. They saying they're going through and not affiliating you with anything to do DOI. But you got a U.S. State Department acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? That acknowledge the tribe.
I know, but no.
Full faith and credit.
But no, you recognize that the UN under the Doc, you say you missing apples and oranges. Doc registered the tribe of the Creek Nation. He registered that at the UN, brother, back in 98, 99. That's the 208-1999 number. We got the apostille under the Yamasee Native American government. It has nothing to do with that Creek Nation. I mean, I respect the tribe, but if you want some kind of authority from the Creek Nation is already recognized at BIA level on the full faith and credit. They already got their tribe recognized. So to move anything outside of that and say you are what you saying, the Sabians of the Creek Nation or the Nawabians of the Creek Nation or whatever you saying, you got that tribe is already recognized by the BIA. You can't skip jurisdiction like that and disrespect other nations.
We want to use that BIA jurisdiction so they can get them out. That's what they're trying to use.
You can't get Doc out under no BIA. You can't get Doc out under no BIA jurisdiction. The federal government is under BIA. The federal government is over BIA jurisdiction. Federal government is over jurisdiction of the court system. We
Well,
stepped
BIA don't got jurisdiction. They use a tribe jurisdiction. They saying for
Man, you
us
need
to
to go listen,
complete
man.
the
You talking to a
jurisdiction, they
master.
need that record. They need that letter.
Every tribe that's under the BIA is registered under the BIA of the United States Department of Labor. Interior. There you go. My bad. And then they use the full faith and credit. That's why they're able to set up their own casinos and all that. But their territory is under federal jurisdiction. They have all travel rights to treat their tribe and to do all that stuff they doing. You go look at the Cherokee Nation right there in North Carolina. That's what they doing. But that contract is under federal jurisdiction because it's under they got apostille number 2. Okay, so if you trying to tell me you got apostille number 1, that's what the state got. So you outside of the state. So you should go get docked anyway. You got apostille number 1.
All right, listen,
what they told me. What they told me when I went. What they told me when I went was have the government contact them. Have the government verify I'm affiliated.
So we gotta make the move.
And they had the government ain't showed up yet.
No, I ain't. You haven't. That came across my desk because I'm officially recognized. Until I put my seal on something, there's nothing come across my desk. Nobody can make me move my shield. So if they inform you to come in contact with me, my website been out there for 15 years. So
yeah, I saw try to reach
me.
Well, we
I sent you email. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get it to you, brother. I'm gonna make sure I get it to you.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is that until then we could break bread. So let me see what the Department of Interior told you to come see who's the head of state, who I already know I'm up there. Okay, well, you got to come and talk to the head of state. And however, the head of state got to present the document, if I got to rewrite them or whatever, to represent my venue and my full faith and credit. Oh, I ain't got no problem doing that. But I got to see exactly what you're talking about. And that's good you did that type of research. Trust me. I really appreciate that. Because that type of departments inside of your government that you're going to need to run your state. So you doing all that little stuff you're doing, that's fine. I like that. But you got to get properly in line of what the chief set up and where he put all his stuff under so that this thing can move the way it's supposed to move. So that's property of a state. Not, okay, you can claim it as a tribe, but Doc is property. Listen to me real careful. You don't really understand what a state is. Doc, the Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird, Dr. Malachi Zadok York L, copyright trademark, his whole entity under his own state. And he dropped his constitution under there, and he dropped everything else under there for his state. Now, his state came to represent him, okay, and told the family what to do from the state. If the family didn't do what the state asked them to do, and he got accused 135 years for a misnomer, well, that's the state issue. That's the family issue, not the state issue. So once that case went out, got closed, that blueback is still in that case. So that still shows that he's a commander. He was the former commander-in-chief of his own state. Now that state seat has abdicated, and that state has now ventured under the imperial Singwag for the public that holds all authority to that state and his estate. So there's no rule in international law that y'all claiming fade or act, all that. I don't know where all that legal jargon from. That sounds like Shabuel bullcrap. But when you go into international law and look at the apostille process, that stuff, I run the state. I'm a knowledge around the world, young brother. And I just sent out some August 31st this year. Okay, there's a delegation of authority that's online, is out there in the market right now where I'm moving the state. So there's no delay in what I'm doing. I'm just changing sales to go pick up cargo that's rightfully on to its state. All right, and there's so much confusion around this state. I am officially creating a House of York for his estate to be docked in, and ain't no damn body can stop me from doing that. And once I give that state authority, that House of York authority, well, then you can go talk to them and handle that issue, and then they can talk to me from the House of York, and then my signature is on.
He be out by then. We ain't waiting.
Listen, with
He
the
gonna be out by then.
documents you
You
got,
ain't
we
got
got.
time for
I
all that.
told you, bro, that dot won't be out nowhere. Because there's nothing you can do that's outside of the
You sit there and see.
We gonna see
You
the
sit there and see
documentation.
on. It won't
We
be
gonna
no
see
next
the
month before you talk from
documentation.
yourself.
Listen, beloved, we gonna get him the documentation.
I wish you,
I bet you one of them. I bet you one of them accounts
Oh,
on
boy,
that.
you gotta go now, man. You talking too much. All right, listen, because what's your agenda? That's my thing. Your agenda is supposed to be, okay, look, I got this document recognized by the Department of Interior. They specifically requested you. I got to get this to your desk, and then you could go through it, remix how you want, and send it to them, and Bob will walk out. That's supposed to be the agenda.
No, the thing is that you don't understand contract law.
But
so
this is not a place
if I got to put my signature on anything, that's me recognizing the Creek Nation.
So you got to go back over it. You got to go see what it is.
Everything got to be coming from my venue.
Absolutely.
So like I said, if he wasn't got full faith and credit that he claimed, and he got all this stuff he claimed, well, why you need my signature?
Bauz, you about to come on? Yeah, listen, I understand. I'm looking at the come from. If what is the agenda to go up there to prove how much you know more, or the agenda to initiate to have the dialogue in order to get to the results of learning and getting the master out. He said he already did the work, and they were specifically asked for you. So that means all you got to do is get the documents to you. So then, and you already said, yo, get it to my desk. I didn't see it, so we could go through it. And if that's what it is, then we can send it to him from this place, from this venue.
It can't. There you go. You hit it right on the head.
You already said it, but you said that. So I'm like, okay, where's the conflict? So even if we got if he's putting together the role, the interim government, all that other stuff is secondary to what's already established. You already got this established, and you got this open. Let's get this to him.
That's why I said,
so we can move it.
Do you understand the difference between an intern and a sovereign state? An intern means you on it temporarily, and you don't
do nothing illegal.
All right, come on,
you on camera. Raul Black.
Hey,
I said, don't do that. I know you was waiting, so I was texting you, telling you, yo, you on your. I'm about to hit you. I'm about to hit you. Get ready. So don't do that illegal. Don't be doing that.
Hey, I was waiting on the fight to go on. You know, I was waiting for them to come through the system. You feel me? I'm like, oh, for real. Yo, peace, God. Hey, peace, KHUFU.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we on.
Yeah, you know, it's peace and blessing. You know, a long time coming. You know, we up here in Alabama, and you know, as Wahani extended from Tamaray, and extended out to Alabama and South Carolina. I'm Yamasi from South Carolina.
Okay.
I was my father and my mother, they born Yamasi, So we're Yamasi, but I'm in Gullah, Bama.
Get you.
And we're supposed to do something here. So we want, I was sitting waiting for this information. Last week when Pharaoh started talking, I was sleeping, and it like ancestors is like open your eye. And when they opened my eye was like swole up. And Pharaoh, I had my TV on, there was Pharaoh on there. It's something we need to go on here.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a York, Alabama here. And there's things going on around.
That's why you see they got so many. When you go back to the Black Amors,
yes,
Black Amors,
that go back to the House of York.
Okay.
All right, so that's that's why you got New York.
Yes. Yes.
You know that, did you?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Set the record straight,
You got York, Pennsylvania. Why is that?
That's right.
You got York, Alabama, because of the Black Amors, the Royal House of York. Okay, or the House of York.
Okay.
So at this level, with our authority, I'm establishing the Royal House of York to announce themselves and their officials on the scene who represent that royal house, and how they set up their royal house. They would then let the family know how they moving and how they moving on their cargo. Because whatever this cat talking about that he trying to do, that cargo is under jurisdiction of the Yamasee Native American government. So it can't move without the authority from the Yamasee Native American government. So whatever he's doing is moot to me. That's like Jesse. Hope don't got no damn strategy. You know what I'm saying? So under the House of York, okay, that house can come in and situate thatself, and then that Yamasee comes under the House of York. That's Doc bloodline. He go back to Ben York. All right.
Yeah.
So when you looking at that bloodline traces all the way back. So that house has to get its act together, and then they can go retrieve that property. And I'm moving with them. It ain't like I'm going to sit back and watch. I'm pushing the ship. But this little medical stuff D-Cat's doing is just a distraction to stay. You know, they can't do nothing inside of the Queen's venue. All right. The judicial administration has locked Doc down, period. And any judge deal with Doc, any attorney deal with Doc case is just a cash cow. If you know anything about international, you know, case law. That's why they on the case. So with Doc, in that case, you saying the House of York would come in if they got a territory down in Alabama, the House of York, they can claim it, whatever, because the Empress got under the Empress empire. That's 300 million acres, 3 million acres. That's under house. So Alabama is under that land on Alabama.
That's right.
Let me get it to you this way so you may get a better understanding. All right. You seen the Pope's letter that he sent to Obama?
What's the name of it again?
The civil order to Obama, 214.
Okay.
A couple times they done took it off. They try not to let you see it. All right. So in that order, it says the United States the United States major, and then they got the United States minor. All right. The major is the organic jurisdiction that France had to get these states established. But France authority came from the Washitaw de Maya, because under the Treaty of Utrecht, they became the protectorates over the sovereignty and imperial land rights of the Washitaw. So anything that happened after 1713, they was operating under the protector as the protectors over the Washitaw Moors Empire. So when I came in and inherited the seat, I became the protector. So we don't need the protectors no more. So now I'm able to dock it all the way back to 1713, because we didn't have no official signature that would represent the nation of the Washitaw Moors or the emperors. So I'm able to dock it all the way back to 1713. So I'm able to read the decree, the treaties, and accept all the authority that come under that seat. So under your territory, brother, that comes under the Washitaw land rights. So the emperors remember, the Yamasee was on this side of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and parts of Florida with Yamasee territory. Then everything past that was Washitaw.
Okay.
And they was first president. All right. So so when we got the contract with our state, okay, we merged both families. Okay. So when Prince Bay came in and signed a treaty with the Yamasee government, that merged us like this. Okay. So Prince Bay, Latif, okay, they never, Dr. Chief Black Eagle, they never systematized the state. So you had 10 years to systematize that state based on the full faith and credit from the United States, okay? So they never systematized the state. So they lost all rights to the state of that contract I'm talking about, because they didn't systematize the state. Chief Black Eagle put the Constitution under the state, but it was never systematized. Latif can only systematize the Klan, and he systematized the Klan under 58 number on the IRS. So that separated him from the state. So the state just sat still because Doc was locked up, and nobody got nationalized for him to delegate his authority. So they was running around pretending to represent Dwight York and whatever he gave them authority to do. Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle and Dr. Malachi Zadok York L, that blood, that's under his own state. So I told them, well, I was coming through giving all of them warnings. Listen, Doc is property of his own state, and we are watching you. So whatever they did, it's got to be recorded back to his state. Okay, so I'm creating a Royal House of York so that the House of York can have all that stuff documented on its own state. So that's property of the House of York. So I don't care what this little bro talking about. He's not House of York. He ain't got no authority to do anything outside of the House of York. He told me it ain't established yet. Well, you need to sit your butt down until it get it going so we can go get our chief.
Let me ask you a question, Emperor KHUFU. So even with that, all I say, you know, like I don't like the brother's presentation, but I understand the intention and frustration. But he said the work is already done. So if the paperwork,
there's no work already done. It don't exist.
No, what I'm saying is he went to the Department of Interior with the documentation, and they requested. They said, "Well, okay, your name is on the original contract."
No, my name. Like I said, my name. Okay, is on the Department of the United States Department of State.
Yes.
As KHUFU Ranub Z. Sampson L. Thunderfire, Deputy Consul of the Yamhill Native American Government via Minor Effect Embassy. That's what got authenticated that Colin Powell. Anything outside of that this brother talking about, that's fraud against that contract. That's why I said send me the contract so I can see how they got me labeled, because they got me labeled that way. Well, that's a misnomer for the state. And I need to go straighten that out at the interior level, letting them know that, no, I come from my own apostille. Okay? They're trying to, he act like they're trying to bring me back under that apostille. No.
I understand what you're saying.
The State Department informed me in 2015 for me to explain who I am. Okay, so I gave them a period declaration that's online to explain who I am and where I came from and where my authority originated from. Okay, that's why you got Imperial CYA declaration and Imperial CYA government decree. Because from my authority, I decree Imperial CYA government for the republic. All right, so what's the systematized foundation is the Yamhill Native American government. But it don't exist no more. It's just the foundation now for the empire to run, the Royal Republic. So whatever this brother is saying, I ain't doubting nothing. But if the interior got me on record at that state, well, I need to get that straightened out ASAP. Okay, that's why I like this type of research.
We're gonna make sure we get them the documents.
I got a question. I got another question. Quickly.
Go ahead.
All right, ask your questions. We got
now, I'm married in the Washitaw.
Okay.
Flesh and blood.
All right, who your contract with?
Well, I'm not dealing with all that right now. I'm trying to get things straight on our end because
you say you married to the Washitaw. I said who your contract with? The state?
Oh, okay. Hawthorne. It's
all right. Well, is that the contract you got with the state? That make the state own that contract. So you married to the contract on a corporate level. Okay, you want to attach your line to the Washitaw, or you attach that through that contract through your blood? That's fine.
Well, see, this is what happened. You know, when this all began, I was with Haru. We were sent, me, Haru, and Makin, we were sent up to Atlanta, right? We were sent up to Atlanta to do the NSA, to try to get him repatriated. You see? So all the thing that was going on, it was going on in my presence for some reason. I didn't know. Because I was there with Haru, with the whole situation.
You talking about Haru?
Yeah. And then, you know, Baba, you know, he started calling to the house for me to do things to go and see Latif. You see, he caused a separation. He told me to go, you know, this way, and Haru went that way. So when I went,
he had to separate us. He separated the clan, the Yamhill government. He separated us from the lodge and all them. And he separated us from Haru. He said because he didn't want us bumping because there was so much friction going on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's why he separated us. The government moved this way because we had authority, and nobody want to understand how to use it. So you went your way with Haru. You see what he at now in South Carolina doing his thing. I'm cool with that. And I know Haru, but he got to understand also that even the books he wrote that has Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle in there is property of York, of Doc. And that's property of the House of York that I'm getting ready to bring in. So I don't want to hear nothing that guy saying.
Yeah, because it was. Because I bear witness to that, you know.
and I appreciate all the work, ground leg work they doing. That's fine, but that's the same thing these cats did when we came with the government. That Shabuel guy and Tariq, they did the same thing. Kept running out there doing stuff without the government's permission, and then coming back telling the government what they did. And Latif got tired of that crap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember when they went down to the mayor's office in Atlanta, set up an appointment, and then they didn't get permission from Latif to go do it. And then they gonna come running back over to the embassy talking about we got an appointment to go see the mayor of Atlanta. And Latif said, who gave you permission to do that? So you got these kind of guys that's doing all this stuff outside the arena, and then trying to, like, this guy's gonna run forward, try to come and challenge me about my authority.
Exactly.
There's nothing you to challenge, bro. I'm already acknowledged by all states and the United States. So if you got he said he got a blue bag and an apostille, so why he need my signature? Because I'm online at the interior of the head of state, well, you should show some respect and come and see the head of state and let the head of state take care of this issue. But if you want to say you did it and I got a blue bag and it's recognized by Morocco and he said he got number one apostille means you don't need the president, the Supreme Court, the Congress. You don't need nobody.
Nobody.
No.
Why he come and won't need me for? He should file himself and let him become the owner, since he think he got lawful, legal, administrative right over Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle and Dr. Malachi Zadok Yorgel. He don't why he need me to sign him in. So you don't understand contract law.
That's
okay,
right.
so we already signed the United Washitaw done the money, and they didn't know what the hell they was doing. They lost that state. So this cat tried to say, well, you got to sign this in because the Creek. I ain't signing nothing with the Creek on it. It don't have nothing to do with my government. And I'm not signing no tribe in it unless the council or the government, unless the House of York let me know that they want a tribe under their government, under their house. I don't need no tribe. I got a government.
Brother, Naya Baozel, were you contacting me?
Yeah.
That was you that contact Keith or something, like, right?
Yeah,
you was at the concert the other night, right?
Yes.
Earth, Wind, Fire, right?
Yeah. You really, I told you, I had that information for you.
I know.
Because I just sit back and I waited for that right time to saw the information. And I said, this is now.
It's the time. It's the time.
You see what I'm saying? So yes, coming in now and trying to get it done. We got to get it done.
There's so much authority in y'all state. I mean, look at y'all. You got the executive council. They got 4 executive council positions that have more authority than the president of the United States. They gave us more power now. Then you got a micromanagement administration where you got a micro staff, a micro state that does all your bidding for you. So these cats is running way past the state. They need to stand talking about fade or move. I mean, that's nonsense to me.
Well, I'm gonna share this to you. I was at the mayor and the inauguration for the mayor of Birmingham.
After this, guy, I gotta get somebody else in here.
Oh, just one.
We on 3 hours right now.
You're just short. I'm just short.
Go ahead, God. Go ahead.
And there was this white official. He saw me with my shrine, attire on. And he came to me and he asked me, he like, so y'all with Malachi York, huh? And I looked at him, I said, oh, indeed. He said, that's a powerful being y'all got. And I said, oh, real, that's real. He said, y'all don't know who. He told me.
This brother speaks 19 languages.
You know?
What do you mean?
He said,
that's an understatement, right?
He said, y'all don't know who y'all got with y'all. I said, we know. We know. He said,
No, you don't. No, you don't.
And he said,
I guess you told him that, but I'm telling you, no, you don't. Because that man you talking about that's powerful as you say, he gave his first directive as the commander-in-chief of the government, and he decreed y'all to get nationalized on the Bossa tribe, and ain't none of you can stand up and contest that you obeyed and honor his order. So I stand to challenge anybody, because if he would have got somebody to nationalize under his state, then that way he could have delegated his authority down so they can do things for the state. Okay, he didn't have nobody to represent him. People say, what about Latif? Latif couldn't represent him because he made Latif a clan chief. Okay, so he was on the clan chief over the clan. He had no authority over the state. Okay, so
Well,
don't say that that's my man. No, if that's your man, you need to get your ass registered now, and let's go get this man.
This is what we're doing now. This is what we active doing. And so the day he was support, because I was the one who went to Jones County to see him. You see, okay. And he had something to give me. Okay. And when he had something to give me, then they transferred him. Damn. He was going to give it to me. You feel me? Because he was going to put it in my hand. But then it went, you know, when I went back, he was transferred already. So now I'm like trying to work with the family to find, you know, because all that what you was talking and you was saying is right and exact. I can bear witness to that. You see? So I'm just saying, like, it's time. You know, it's time.
That's fine.
Because he support, you know, he said he was going to be
like the chief said, get you some popcorn, sit back and enjoy the ride.
That's right.
If you ain't gonna get on the ship and help move it, just sit back and get your popcorn. I'm moving.
We're gonna help move it. And we're going, that's what we trying, that's what we making happen right now.
All right.
You know what I mean?
You go ahead.
Listen, God, I appreciate you, man. Like, listen, I'm just saying it's a lot. Trust me, man. We at the junction of the two nows.
That's it.
And the initiations is going down. And people
give me a second. I'll just get something to drink, okay?
All right, no problem. Brother, I'm gonna bring another brother up.
All right, my brother.
Hit me
behind the scenes. And
all right, my brother.
All right, God?
All
right, family. All right. Well, I do peace and blessings to you. Be safe. All right, who I know you've been waiting for a while, God.
What's good? Rahul Peace.
Okay. Yeah. Asma York is sister. Don't be acting like that. We've been asking for you for since your siblings been down the block causing chaos.
Do that.
All right, I'm back. Baba's daughter, Asma York. Yeah, she's been one of the sisters, one of Baba's children that's been his advocate and been representing him. You know, he only has very few that represent him.
There's another one. There's another one I'm communicating with. She on Facebook. She really cool. Her name's Yaset. She really amazing. Me and her contact. She really cool, and she does advocate for Baba Yanu. And I know a lot of these kids don't.
It's that time.
Yeah.
It's that time because
it's that time. And I wanted to say something.
Go ahead. It's your time.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something. I have questions, but I just wanted to say something. I only have one question. But I wanted to say, listen, like, honestly, what we have to understand, and I've been sitting back. My name's Hu Kanum, and I just want y'all to know, like, I've been sitting back, I've been watching, I've been listening. I'm new to the group. I'm new to, the establishment, but I see things with clarity because I've been sitting back and watching rather than talking. And I understand what, the Emperor KHUFU, shouts out to Emperor KHUFU for what you're doing and how you're moving the ship and how you're establishing yourself given the circumstances and what you're, understand what's going on. I can see what's going on now clearly because there's a certain kind of way that we have to move in these times. And I can see how you're saying, like, how people were moving before. They were kind of doing solo dolo, not understanding that there was an own state or, an empowerment that we had at that certain time where we needed to move on to in order to get Chief Black Thunderbird out of out of his situation. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I can completely understand where you're coming from and, all the trials and tribulations that you went through, bear witness to that as you, going through. So, not neither here nor there. What I want to bring to the people and base off what I'm understanding is that given our circumstances and that we are attached, I feel like a lot of people operate underneath the mindset of being in the system rather than operating underneath the mindset of being out of the system. You feel what I'm saying? Where we are understanding that we have our own state. We are nationals. We are aboriginals. We are indigenous people to the land. We have to start thinking like that in mindset. You know what I'm saying? That comes with a lot of study. That comes with a lot of information, all that stuff that you have in your schooling and all that stuff online. By the way, I do website design and I also do a lot of stuff. When I get my laptop, I got you. But what I'm saying to the people is that we need to operate.
Nationality? I got you.
Hey, I appreciate you. And that's how it works. Like we have to start understanding certain things like that. Like myself today, I was looking at the website, I screenshot some things. Like I'm taking the schooling right now. I know a lot of people are talking about things I don't understand at this point in time, But I'm learning, and I'm taking the time. Whatever I choose to sit down to and I digest, I embody it. So this point in time right now, I'm telling all the people that are watching, this is the kind of due diligence that we have to do in order to get Baba out and really to, you know, embody that and reflect that as the disciples, as the children, as the reflections of Baba. We have to be able to operate in that mind state and understand what's going on. Otherwise, you're going to be lost in the sauce. So I get what Emperor Khufu's coming with. I get the fire, I get the heat coming with the Uzis and the you know what I'm saying, the Dracos. I get it because he's coming with the energy, because he sees how people are moving like buffoons. You know, we unintelligent. We looking unintelligent because we're not understanding, you know, the blue backs. We're not understanding how we need to move in this time and space. So it's good for us to just shut our trap real quick and then just learn.
Look how shocked
you know
them brothers is out there. Look at the outfit they done established themselves under. And they going out there with no authority. They should shut everything down. You got the Nation of Islam still wearing suit and tie. You know what I'm saying? You got the Moors out there trying. They don't have no culture. We got a culture, and now that needs to be established under the state, so it's official culture. And then every time they see us moving, we move as a unit, as a state. Nobody can touch us.
Well, the reality is, you know, the master teacher came to raise mortals and ascend through ascension to immortality.
That's why you got the issues now. See,
exactly.
That's why you guys make a dot raise gods.
Exactly. So what happens is, he said there's two groups of people. It's those that's going to always be worshiping, and those that's going to raise themselves up to the level of gods to be worshipped.
That's right.
And you have them mixed in together. So you got some people who can't worship because they gotta see God outside of themselves. They never can see themselves as a reflection or an extension of the creative force of life. You understand? But that's what God came to separate. He's like, okay, well, I come from those, the eternal ones, those that are descendants of extraterrestrials that were left here and trying to get back. Let's get to the root of this thing, the root of the toot of this thing.
Oh, so you want to get deep now? All right, though. So when Anunnaki come, all right, you got your contract with the Queen. How you gonna sit there and tell them you their family?
Real.
You can't.
I understand you talk about because even the covenants are contracts.
That's right.
So
you talk about contract.
Those are it's still contract law.
That's
you
right,
know,
contract law.
They ain't gonna acknowledge you. Yeah.
But you can't because you under if you go through all the scriptures, they'll talk about debt. And they'll talk about things like that because it's still, your contract is still valid even after you pass. So you got to solidify your stuff here.
There you go. You hit around. They still collecting money on them death contracts.
That's right.
Because we tied to the bank.
Real. So when they didn't teach us about credit and debt, that was to further enslave us. That was to further keep us locked down and in bondage. Even if we got physically free, you still owe. You don't even know how to get out of that. So
that's why your state is so powerful. Because there's no debtors over here.
That's right.
Everybody's creditors.
That's right. So I understand. I mean, you know, it's that time. The guy is another question. You got another question?
Yeah, I got a question. So I got a question. Before the question, I just want to say one thing is quote. And one of the quotes is, if you free a slave from the plantation, but you don't give that slave knowledge itself, that man that you freed is going to be a slave no matter where he go, because he don't have no freedom in the mind. You understand me? You can't just you can't take someone's land, you can take someone physically, but to enslave someone, you have to enslave their mind. And that's just a little quote.
Absolutely. They captured our mind. That's why the master teacher was such a threat, because he was reestablishing our autonomy as far as mental beings. You know what I'm saying? We were now starting to think for ourselves and thinking outside of their control and their matrix.
That's why I don't see why it's so hard for them to run a state. He's been training them for 20-something, 30 years.
Well, he's been training specific people, and a lot of them weren't really into it, and they were into themselves.
It's simply, I know why you writing this, I'm with you, but it simply goes back to the order of Amen Ray. Okay, where the order Amen Ray came in to control the whole house of the Pharaoh. Okay? Somebody got some noise going on.
Now somebody got TV on the sun.
Oh, let me see. It's not no TV. I got you. Hold on.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we hear you got Baba's daughter in here too, Asma York. Like I was telling you, she wanted the agreeable. He said he got 50 agreeable, 50 disagreeable. I done met a lot of them, right? You know, so she wanted the agreeable.
She
The
want to
brother
come
talking
on?
about setting up the House of York, guys.
I just had one question. So my
Go
question
ahead, give
real
it up.
quick. My question was okay, so I know you said you had reinstated the flag that had 48 stars on it.
Yeah.
Now, are the states that we have, because I hear you talking about states a lot, does the states that you talk about is the 48 states, meaning that there's 48 states that
No. We have 3 crowns. You have 3 crowns. You have a country. It's what we call the Imperial Kingdom. All right. One of your crowns is the Imperial Moorish Al Moroccan, parentheses, the Maxim Empire. That's one of your crowns. All right. Then you have his Imperial Magic Royal Post crown that we have the the Amir Washitaw Moordi Maya under that state. All right.
Okay.
That's 2 crowns. And then you have the Continental Moorish Yamsi Empire, which has the Imperial Scene right up for the public. That's 3 states. Okay, so these are states under your empire.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Now, when you start talking about the 50 states, the 48 star flag, well, the 48 star flag is what holds the gold of the Moors. All right. So that's a good question, though. You're gonna like this one. All right. Y'all gonna like this one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
They recommissioned the 48 star flag June 26, 2005.
Okay.
That's heavy.
Whose birthday on June 26, 2005?
You already know. That's
Someone.
the master teacher birthday.
That's the master teacher. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that lets you know he was the head of state of the Yamasee Native American government.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I get it. I see. There's a whole conspiracy behind that. I understand. Yep. Mm-hmm. Word. So they had to get him out of there.
Yeah, well, that's
there's just so many, that's just like I said, people miss that though. Okay, so they recommissioned the 48 star flag on Doc's birthday. All right, that's why you see the 48 star flag on our paperwork, because I represent that 48 star flag. All right, that's part of our ship. So we can contract with the United States through the 48 star flag or any damn state. Trying to get me? But that's another school. All right.
Well, yo, that's heavy.
Overstood.
Listen, God, I got somebody else want to ask a question. I appreciate you already know. You know what I mean? Well, I do peace and blessings to you, beloved.
Wadu.
All right, beloved, you on right back? What's going on, God?
Raul back. Peace and blessings, brother KHUFU, Emperor KHUFU. I just wanted to ask a question, research question dealing with the bluebacks. How would I research the bluebacks documents?
Well, that's at the state level. That's at the State Department level, and whatever they release now, since that actually since Obama era, they have stopped a lot of stuff from getting out now. I heard. They have really shut down a lot of information that they letting out. But if you want any the level of, like I said, you have to know at the state level to know about apostille 1, 2, 3. That ain't something everybody's supposed to know. Okay. So so that's just at government level. But the blue black process should be inside of the State Department, and the blue black process should be inside of the United Nations Charter. Okay, so all that stuff has got to be explained. The apostille 1, 2, 3, and all that's what the states issue. So when they send an apostille out, okay, so a lot of people don't know. Like, you can go down to the Secretary of State to get an apostille, okay, down in Georgia. But yet, a lot of people don't know that you got to go up to the what is that? Claremont Road. Get off on Claremont Road, make a left, go on the bridge, and go down into the first right and make a right. You got another part of the state of Georgia down there, and they issued the apostille for international from that office. You see what I'm saying? So then you go down to the State Department of down there for the authentication office at the Secretary of State. You get that apostille from down there. Okay, then you got an international apostille that you can get up there on Claremont Road. So each state has their way they set their apostille process up. Okay, so when you're looking at the apostille process, it's authentication. That's all it is. So through the UN Charter, that's why they set up UN Charter. So each state, when that state send anything from that state that's official, it has an apostille on it. So whatever, whether it's on 8.5 by 11 or whether it's on legal paper, when you lift that apostille up, whatever's under that apostille has full faith and credit.
Well, this is all new to me, so that's why that's what I'm asking.
That's
So,
cool.
also, I got one more further question. Like dealing with white papers and stuff like that. You familiar with that, right?
Yeah.
I put together a white paper, to help, get help in the freedom of the master teacher. So I just I don't know, maybe one time I could share it with you to show you.
Always open.
Okay.
I'm always open. That's why you got a government website, you got a government Zoom, and that call, I'm paying for it. Y'all need to use it. Okay. I have, what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem. I tell the numbers all the time. It's your government. Y'all got a Zoom call, and you got nationals all over the states. So y'all can't come together every day with the pandemic going on and everything. But you got a Zoom call that you can be on camera, just like we is now, and we can discuss and do business. Okay, and get things done and get, whatever. You want me to read a white paper? If it has anything to represent Doc at that level, I have no problem presenting it to the House of York and allowing them to present it as they want to move their ship. Like you see, I keep saying the House of York because I'm giving them time to establish themselves and let them make the moves they make, and I'm not going to talk for them. I'm letting them get in position so they can make the moves they want. Okay, so that's why I keep referring it back to the House of York. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I call it
I'm sorry.
I call it a black paper.
Okay, I'm sorry. The Royal House of York. I'm sorry.
Okay. I call it a black paper because it's a policy document.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Let me get people understanding. The full faith and credit is that everything the United States had said you can have. Everything Georgia said you can have. That's what. That's so. So right. White paper, international, whatever. You have your own state, and how we situated on our state is how it is. Okay, we don't need permission from the State Department. We don't need permission from the President of the United States. We don't need permission from the Pope. We don't need permission from the Queen. We don't need permission from King of Spain. We don't need permission from nobody. We already got full faith and credit #1 from the United States of America, and that's the world power. Okay, so all this them things playing, and he said he's young. He don't understand authority or the authentic or the level that he's talking about snatching this man, and how he's saying he's gonna have him out in a couple of days. All right, bro, I just know it ain't gonna work that way. Okay, and I got a ship that I have never lost a case in my life. I have fought the post office by my damn self. I fought the Georgia by myself. I fought the old office of Inspector General, and I won every case I've stepped in because I have no contract. So that they can't. I've been moving this far. I mean, I'm here. I'm not. When I went into district court, okay, in Tennessee against the Georgia Lottery, when I won $1 million, and they refused to pay me because they couldn't find my Social Security number in the system. So when I first went in to claim the ticket, I went in my international ID. And my Yams neighbor, the passport and everything, and they said that you can have these documents to claim your ticket. You don't see that information on the back of their ticket no more, do you? Because I got it took off. Now they tell you got to have a Social Security card and driver's license to win the lottery. I'm the one got that took off. At first they said you can win, you can bring an international driver's license and everything to claim your winning. So when I went to claim that $1 million, I gave my international driver's license. They refused to pay me because I didn't have to pay taxes on. They never heard of the contract we had with Georgia. Them niggas went crazy. Being for real. I'm just gonna show you how they talk about us behind our face. You mean tell me you got a nigga that got to pay taxes? Man, that nigga got to pay taxes. And they was furious. Man, I fought them niggas head and toe. So I had to take them to international court in Tennessee. And they got mad because they were trying to bring me back to Georgia. And they were trying to say I was outside of my jurisdiction. The district court in Tennessee said no. My same delegation of authority that's online, and that's the same delegation of authority was Exhibit 1 in my case. Okay? And the district court in Tennessee said no, he has territorial sovereignty. He can file any damn district he wants. He's a foreign national in his own country. Okay? And that chief judge stepped off of his bench and set up administration between me and Georgia Lottery, and he lost his damn seat behind that damn contract.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That black judge is the baddest thing in international law you can get. And so he became a senior judge now. And that seat sat vacant for 6 months before they elected another chief judge to the Chattanooga division of the court. Go back and look back to 2012, around August 2012, 13, a judge, what's his name? I get it for you. You want to go research on it. That brother ain't no joke. He's supposed to be in line to get on the Supreme Court. And he lost his seat behind the authority that the United States granted us.
Okay, so you said you got a class on Sunday. Do you have like classes every day, or it's just
we got a government call every day. All right, we basically trying to limit them down to 1 or 2 hours now. But some of the young boys is long breath, so we be on there 3-4 hours sometimes. But that's with that slop, it's slow. It has slowed down the process of the paperwork a little bit, and we moving the ship. So we kind of cutting them down to 2 hours now at least to get everything out on the plate while everybody working on missions, while they working on whatever. So we can continue moving the ship. Now, Sunday's call is an open call to address the issue dealing with our Empress, Verdiasi. Okay?
Okay.
There's all this crap going around about her status. So that's the call on Wednesday. That's an open call.
Yeah, this was like a preamble. This was a preamble to that call.
Yeah, that's just, just let everybody, so and then clean up certain things with Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle that has been addressed since Friday night call last week. That everybody out there jumping on. Okay, yeah, so I just, like I said, you see 7 days later, I ain't moved. I created House of York. Listen, inside of the declaration, that House of York is already mentioned in your declaration. I've been had this stuff ready for y'all.
Okay.
I better go read your damn declaration.
We gotta read all that. Brother, you got any more questions? I mean, we about to we get 3.5 hours. We get 3.5 hours. We about to shut this down soon.
All right.
I thought Dot Daughter was up here.
She is here. Yeah. I'm trying to see if she want to get in. If she want to if she interested, but she definitely here. Asma York, she's there.
All right, peace.
All right, peace and blessing, beloved. Why do be safe? Patah Nu, don't come here with all that foolishness. Round back, what up, God?
Yeah, I said love and magic, man.
Yeah,
now I want to finish with my questioning. I mean, I did have other questions. You know what I'm saying about I wanted to know. I heard him was talking about when he's preparing the House of York, the Royal House of York, whatever instrumentality you keep preparing. I heard you mention. You said Prince York, and I was wondering if
no,
maybe
I said I invited him to the call tonight, but I was informed that he's not well, so I didn't want to. I would wait for him to say whatever he want to say. I'm not going to push anything before him. I'm his brother from another mother, so I give him that honor. And whatever he's doing and whatever he's going through, if he needs an assistance from me, I'm here for him. But I'm just looking at certain things of him and representing his father at certain levels. And if he's a prince, okay, that stands out to me. So if his family recognizing him as a prince, okay, well, I would give that prince authority to move his state. I ain't got no problem. But I'm not gonna mention anything outside of that until he come and talk to me and we clear this down the road. But
I was wondering if maybe his mother or Iris or somebody like that had approached you to do it.
I have no problem who sits on the house of. Listen, under the empire, the sisters had just as much power as the brothers. There ain't no separation over here. So if a sister want to sit up at the house of York and all the family agree, I have no problem delegating authority to that individual. And then teach them how to use it. It's no problem.
Any other questions, God? Because you the last one. So how have you ended? This is how it's gonna end.
Nah, man. And then I got one more question about
whatever you got, whatever you do, because this is it.
The last question about
Asma want to come up. Asma, you want to talk to the family?
I yield to Asma. You know what I mean? I yield to Asma. I was gonna bring something up about the NAAIP got into your Massey Tribe of Creek Nation 208-1999 registered up at the UN. I think they some of Latif tribes too, Latif clans. Got that up there.
We had some clan they tried to call themselves the Black Eagle clan out of Philadelphia that got stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
And
Black
then,
Eagle Clan out of Philly. Okay.
Yeah, Black Eagle
so,
Clan of your
so
Master Creek Nation. Yeah.
I tell you, dog,
Strong bone. Chief
y'all don't
Strong
know the
bone.
roles I don't walk. That's what I'm trying to
Man.
tell you.
What
So
was this other dude, the light feather? What is this other dude? Somebody
you got some guy down there claiming that this guy down there, light skinned guy down in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, you talking about the Buffalo, white Buffalo?
Yeah, that's clown. Trying to get that with a 6-pointed star on his head. Did you go look at his web? Did you go look at his website?
I seen him.
Go look at his website. He
had to stop.
He said, no, listen. He said, listen now. He said that he's registered with the state of Georgia. He got his license from the state of Georgia. Everything he did is registered with the state of Georgia. And then he stand up with the ancient Mr. Order of Melchizedek Noble Fazon and claim that he's a chief. I said, brother, you registered the state. The state own you.
He don't get it. He don't get it. I had to stop a lot of brothers from going over there with him. They was trying to roll with him.
Yeah. And he don't have no authority to say anything on the House of York. And the House of York controls Doc's property right now, as I'm concerned. I'm writing the document to make it real. So far as I'm concerned, it exists right now because I'm writing the proclamation. Once they get that stuff nationalized, I'm paying for it. As long as they got that silver, whoever the 3 is, I don't care. It's my signature. And I'm authenticating this stuff. And I'm giving them oath of office for the House of York. And let them come in and straighten this matter out.
I wanted to talk to you about paying. When you say working for the state, you pay. You work for your state. You get paid from your state. And then you mentioned a form. You mentioned I think a number IRS form. As far as I forgot the number.
No. What I was saying, little brother, I said under our positions now, where we at now, we're not begging people to get nationalized. We're not begging nobody. So under our authority, if you go look at the HSBC Bank, International Banking, you notice you go to their head of the bank, they got 3 officials. The rest of all of their banks are NGOs. Let me say, NEDs, non-executive directors. And they from Spain, France, Jamaica, everywhere. As long as they got the authority to work that office, they hired as NEDs that don't have no voting privileges, and they just run the whole bank. So we as a government, we able to hire NEDs to come in and represent executive council seats if y'all ain't gonna come sit in them, and then they can come and run the government. But when we pay them through our state and our government, they got to return and pay their state where they from, and that form is a W-8 where they got to show the state that they're working for a foreign state, and so where they will be making a 50,000 in the United States. All right, they be making 100,000 over here. So now they got to report to wherever they from, Georgia, Alabama, who don't care. They got to pay state tax and federal tax because they're working for a foreign state. So then they got to take whatever the money they made from us. We know they ain't none of our business. We paying them straight. But then they got to go pay their taxes under their state where they come from, and whatever it is, whatever the federal taxes is, that's called a W-8 bin.
Okay, hey, say that one more time. A W what?
That's a W-8 bin.
Oh, W-8. Okay.
Well, we ain't gonna need all those people. We got to have all this in-house.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't all that stuff. You don't need them.
Yeah. Anything else, God? Nepata.
Nah, I honest to everyone, man. Honest to the Moisa, the family. Yo, we do got to unite. Come one. If we come one, we'll be a devastating power. But
that's exactly, brother, why I'm moving away. I ain't got time to argue. That's what it's about. I ain't got time to debate. With my authority, I delegate some of the authority I got from the Constitution down to the House of York, and then I show the House of York how to stand. I shook.
So
we not your massive tribe of the Creek Nation, 1999, the interim government I'm speaking of. We moving already. We ain't got time to wait no 2-3 weeks for nobody and be no educating and wait for no non-national to try to go get the mask out. We don't have time, so we moving forward. We moving strong, and anyone in my voice, gotta get that roll together.
Like I said before, and I'm giving you a warning. everything you're doing gonna have to be reported to the House of York. Everything you're doing. I don't care how you moving. I own everything dealing with Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird.
When he get out, he gonna tell him.
It's docket under our state. And
when he get out, he can tell him. He let him know when he get out.
For his kids to come in and run.
They know now. I just told everybody. They know now. Everybody know now. So it shouldn't be no problem. And if they got a problem when he get out, they take it up with him.
There you
But
go.
we ain't waiting for no release. We don't got to. We don't got to wait for nobody. We don't need nobody help. We just need the people.
That's it. There you go,
we
brother.
always had the people.
Get that roll, man. Get that roll. We need the roll, though.
People, God. We always had the people. They've always been around, but the people been used and abused by 100,000 different people with different ideas and routes on getting the master out.
That's gonna come
for
the
last
20 years.
And not one of them came this path until now.
So listen. I appreciate you, beloved Patah. I do, God. Listen, so you please you have a Zoom going on Sunday. Yeah. What time is it? At 6 o'clock?
That's 6 o'clock Sunday for the Empress, and that's straight that matter out and get things straight with that.
Where do we find the link, the Zoom links and stuff? We find it on the website.
I think the Zoom link. I don't know who online. They can post it. I know the Zoom link is on the website and Facebook and all that. But I get them to send it to you. Ain't no problem.
And then next Sunday, you having one on Noble to Ali, the Morris Science Symbol of America.
Huh?
Is that on the Morris Science Symbol of America?
No, Moorish, the Imperial Moorish Empire.
The Imperial Moorish Empire. Okay.
To straighten that matter out.
And that's next Sunday.
That's next Sunday. Now we'll have a prelude come next Friday. You want to now?
Yeah, bring it on. You already know. Bring it on.
and then we can see this guy, what he say, Patah, and we can bring him on and see how far he moved. He can see how far he moved his mission.
Well, also the documents that he had should already be on your desk. The ones that went to the Department of Interior. So he should already sent that to you before we even
that's what I told you before. You can't move without the state. I don't care what Duswa said. You can't move without the state. He tried to pick off the state because they found out about the 208 number and the 10 seats at the UN. They went against the House of York rules because only the family can sit in that 208 1990 tunnel. So if he got permission from Moot to go represent the seats, I ain't got no problem with that, but that's supposed to be family business. And so that seat, she know well as I know, is under the Yamasee Native government. So whatever this brother is saying, he need to go talk to Mutt. So Mutt know exactly everything because she controls everything. So all these cats, whatever they're doing, she knows the government, the chief is under government. And she knows by me doing what I'm doing, she know the love I have for my master teacher. And so I'm setting it up proper so we ain't got this madness no more. That everybody trying to say I'm gonna be the first to get dark out. I ain't got time for that crap. I've been moving small with a big stick. So it's like I said, she know, and his brother Baba, they can step up to the plate and run this house, and then they run that seat. So I ain't got no problem with none of it. Whichever one y'all want, however they strategize it is fine with me. Okay, and then we go get our chief. We going as a unit, as a government, like I came in 2003 to get them, and they weren't ready, and I'm getting ready to go get them now. So these little shades and curves these cats doing, they don't realize, they don't understand contract law. So I'm not gonna sit and debate with him, and he can say he let the family know, and we doing this and we moving. He just told you, the Interior told you can't move without a head of state on anything. So to say he moving outside of that, that's just craziness. So what they gonna do, like Duswa and them, run out to the prison and force Doc out the damn jail?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, definitely the only issue I naturally have with the House of York is because unfortunately a lot of the family, the blood, have no interest in getting the master out. So now for them to inherit and being put in power position is.
They don't. Well, y'all know who's who. Okay, so who sits at the top? If everybody, that's a vote for y'all. Y'all straighten that out. If y'all know who's who, y'all know who's who is sincere about the chief. Well, then y'all know. Y'all need to let me know. And the ones that's not, the ones I know that's not, that you know, they can't get nowhere near that authority. But if
I
y'all know the ones that's for their father, and you know, come on, man. That's
No,
you know,
I understand. I'm with you. I'm with you, God. And listen, I want to say I appreciate you. I appreciate you for spending the time. I know the time is precious, and I appreciate you giving the time on the platform. You know, and like I say platform loosely because the reality is this. This is not really a platform. This is like last call of the Mahdi type situation. This is the final call. This is the like we screaming from the mountaintops because things is happening. The whole nature is moving. The thoughts talking. The ancestors is moving, and you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. And I just want all the family, you know, moving our shook about where I shook. You know, peace and divine unconditional love to everybody. Dissect the affirmation. Move on. Right knowledge, wisdom, understanding, right reasoning, right thinking, and right action. You understand? So, and
the main thing too is that watch their mission. See, you have a mission over here. So they watch their mission. They have no mission. They just say they're gonna get the doc. They said, watch the mission though. Okay, well, you gonna go snatch doc. Well, if he's a sovereign of his own state, where you gonna place him at? You can't place him in some corporate house. He has to be under diplomatic protection. So that make you gotta, if you ain't got diplomatic protection, that make you gotta be in contact with embassies within the United States where you can house him like they did Julian Assange in a diplomatic venue so that he can't be touched.
Outside of the jurisdiction of these other people. That's right.
Of them cats. So watch this young cat's mission. They don't even have a mission. They just running with eyes closed. What's the mission?
Shit, you know the mission, man. I see. I'm gonna tell you this. This ain't the first time that's been out. I've asked the same question. All right, after that, then what?
That's the mission.
Well, you know,
then, you can't document 955 somewhere in Florida or somewhere in New York.
They can't put them back under these people jurisdictions after that.
Back under that jurisdiction. What are you gonna document? So we're gonna get our cheek. We're gonna get out. What are you gonna document? You ain't got a pot for piss out yourself. You still a tenant paying rent where you live. Now how you gonna document where you live? You paying tenant and the state on your property. Doc can't go to no property like that. He's a sovereign of his own state. So that's diplomatic protocol with all the other diplomats, embassies in DC that will have to come in and allow him to dock under their venue so that he outside of the United States venue. He can't come back inside the United States venue once he steps out like that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Listen,
that's it. Now listen, it's right reasoning. And that's listen, we gotta download this, we gotta decompress. Tomorrow, we ain't gonna deal with none of this. We talking to Dr. G. She might talk some more stuff because she deal with the Taj Tariq Bey. That's her brother. So we're gonna have probably Taj Tariq Bey on next week because he told me anytime I want, he can come on. He ready to come on.
Like I told you before, outside of Chief Black Eagle, in my mind, because I'm a great Seal Moore, and out of my mind, I feel like Grand Sheikh Taj
Tariq Bey, yeah.
We'd be a perfect contender for y'all to run y'all republic.
We're gonna have the conversation, man, to reach the destination. That's what it's about. You know, so I appreciate
I come on when you have him, just let me know.
I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna let him know because he ready. He be ready. He cool as a fan. I love his energy, you know.
Man, listen, man. When I first came through the Great Seal, I came through at the Charlotte territory, a brother named Amur. And so I was running back then with Nature Bay, who helped Taj create the whole thing. And so he was supposed to be getting me in contact way back then to tell him about the contract we had. You know, so to sit down, but all that stuff. I mean, Amur in Charlotte, man, that guy almost nationalized almost 5,000 Moors and Great Seal Moors, man. And so I had to come in and shut him down because he was using he was after the order of Melchizedek. Okay, so he was using the Nawabian name book, letting these crazy Moors use our name book to be nationals under Great Seal. And I walked to his house one day and seen our name. I said, whoa, boy. What the hell you doing out in the Nawabian name book? And he had done a copy, not the real. We don't copy it on regular paper, you know what I'm saying? So people can I'm snatched that book out of them niggas' hands. I said, man, you don't have no authority to use this name book, bro. And I saw the mirror. I said, you out to the order man chest of that? And this is Doc said these are beings that's reincarnating.
Reincarnating, yeah.
You know so you got these guys out here, you got these females and guys like taking these names.
The energy and spirit beings.
That's right. When that being come inside of your body to incarnate for you claiming yourself, you better have a venue so it can operate. Or like Doc said, that shit can run you crazy.
That's real. I already know that.
So when I came through with that, Taj was teaching like nature taught me, was teaching more of the nationality side of things. So you had these renegade Moors, like one of them was a mirror. They started mixing in that UCC with nationality and trying to offset debt. That's where that Shotwell and all them got that shit from. These boys been there for a while. So, so that's why him and Taj fell off. So, because Taj wasn't teaching that. Taj was teaching nationality, what Nature Bay told me. And these cats was the one who stepped off from what Taj was teaching and started mixing it in with UCC and started trying to offset debt and giving all these people these more names and L names and all that stuff you got out there now. And that created the whole sovereign citizen movement. You know what I'm saying? Paper terrorists.
Yeah, that's why I said we don't even use that terminology. That's paper terrorism.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Todd, he had did his research. I mean, like I said, once you talk to him, you're gonna be surprised that he also know the master teacher pretty well too.
Oh, I know. We spoke regular. Listen, literally came right past my house. Like I went out there, was talking to him. He was in the car with Dr. G, who's coming on tomorrow. And yeah. So we familiar. And I told him, I said, I got boxes of books. I got ready to rock out here. But
like you can tell Taj this. Taj know the whole scoop. Taj know what's going on. All right. Now Taj come in and take over the Imperial Chancellor seat. Taj know how to run that seat. Okay, so when he come in and run that seat, he ain't got to do it. Like I said, the seat is already established. You just got to come in and run the seat.
And run it.
Once he come in and sets things up and run the seat, see, all that stuff stops. All that Morris Consular Court crap they doing, these new cats, Abdullah Bay trying to start a new seal. They put a seal out there on Facebook, man. And I seen the seal. They sent it to me and said, what you think about that? I said, it's the fight, though. They said, what you mean? I said, look at the eagle head. They got it to fight, though. You can't step on the scene like that. They got to have a de jure. If they saying they Moors, they got the seal. That's nice looking seal, but it's the fight, though. But it still has no venue. So they can't set up nothing. So they got their mindset because we came and got full faith and credit. We got to get the permission from the corporation. They don't understand the contract we did. So I'm saying?
No, they don't. One thing you emphasize, that venue, that contract y'all got is ace in the hole. We running spades straight from, we pulling everybody. They just running spades straight through.
That's why I told that little brother where I go. That's why I told that young brother where I go. You can say to the fan whatever you want to tell. It makes me no different. But you don't have no authority to move on anything dealing with Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird.
I'm gonna tell you this. I heard that you talk about the discharge. But this is the last thing. I heard you were master on the discharge side of the game. I heard you done discharged some things amazing.
I walk small behind the big. I'm a master in trust law. I just don't have, I'm a contract law. I listen, everything I'm telling you what I'm doing, I walk through it. This ain't something I wouldn't read. That's something I have done. This is my experience. Mm-hmm. So that's what got me the way I am. I walked in the court on my own square with no attorney would stand up for us. And I went in there and won my damn case based on my damn contract. So like I told him earlier, whatever he claiming that I'm on some record as a creep or head of state, well, that's misnomer. And there's no, that's a misnomer. So the State Department got me on record as the head of the Yambish Native, or the Imperial Surrogate for the Republic or the Imperial Royal Kingdom. But when Colin Powell signed us in, peace be upon my brother, on Monday, passed up. You notice how.
Listen. I was like, you done dropped a dime on them. They done ran down on him after that.
We came out loud last week, and all of a sudden my homeboy dead Monday.
Dropped a dime on. I said, God damn. Nah, that's real though. I said the Mukasus, them albinos, like, hold up, that nigga in on it.
I mean, he authenticated your state. But the thing is that you don't have to get mad at him. He was only doing what the State Department said you had to do. Okay, so when he asked the Assistant Secretary of State to go see if the Yamasee government matter him on record. Okay, he did the same thing for Shabuel. He did the same thing for Ali Muhammad. And they came back and said they wasn't on record, so they got apostille number 2. All right, so when this little cat come in and think he talking to somebody, I'm a master, they say he got apostille number 1. So we're on record at the State Department where you got anything that recognize you for who you is for you to get apostille number 1. If you got any apostille, you got apostille number 2. And if you got apostille number 2, that's under the jurisdiction of the state that you got it. And you got to go through that state to activate that apostille. Outside of that, they're going to trash you and get rid of you like they did Shabuel and Ali Muhammad. You see how clever they were when they got rid of them cats, man?
How so? Now, you got to explain that to me. What do you mean?
Y'all didn't catch that. See, Barack came out and said ISIL.
Yeah.
Okay? So then the media came out and said ISIS.
Yeah, I kept saying that. I said, why they keep contradicting?
Because them cats had a contract at the State Department on apostille number 2, and they were trying to operate the contract as apostille number 1. The same girl that Dot niece went and got to file that appeal on behalf of Dot to shut the case down. That's that guy. Remember, Militia Bass had that case that them boys were paying for Dot at the appeal court level, and they lost the first round. And that girl fired them and hired this character Ali Muhammad to come in and file a brief. And when that brief got dismissed, he came out trying to sabotage and talk shit about Dot, not realizing you didn't have the authority to file a brief, period. You got apostille number 2. Nobody gave you authority to speak on behalf of Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird.
Yeah, his ego speaks for him first, so he don't really care about that. Plus, he don't have no love for the master at all, or the tribe, or nothing. So I don't understand
why would you get him to write any type of brief on his position? They never came to ask the state. They never came to ask Latif. That was part of the state. They never came. They always been running from us. They always been running from me. Okay, so now you ain't got to run from me. I'm coming for you.
We going. It's that time. Listen. I'm because me and the elder, we be talking. we talking for hours. So this thing can keep going. But now we gonna cut it right here. I appreciate it.
Just let me know when Taj Tariq, babe. I come on. And
I understand. I appreciate that. Yeah. I appreciate you graces with your presence and the affirmation, the wisdom. And like I say, man, it's our time. If not now, then when? If not this, then what? And if not us, then who?
You got to look at you believe in the Holy Tablets?
The Holy Tablets, we extract the information from the Holy Tablets. You talk about gonna go into the 7 thunders.
That's right. What do the 7 thunder tell you? He said 2030. So time is now. Your time is time.
This is the time. Listen, that's what brought me out, okay? Because I was in the shit. I was like, you know what? Ain't nobody stepping up, holding the line. It's time to step up and let's resurrect the souls. Let's get back involved. Let's get involved to evolve or dissolve. That's what it's about.
Let me give you this one right here. As far as the government go, according to the decree, when y'all go read it, you'll notice that you have official elections for official positions under the Imperial Semi government next August. But you can come in now. Y'all can come in as you register and run your state. And under the under Imperial Law 1 of the Imperial Constitution, under prerogatives of the Emperor, I can come in and turn you at these positions, and then y'all can line up whatever you want to be, a deputy chancellor, whatever position that's open that they will let loose. And then you have a vote next year who comes in and that by that time you have your system ready to run the state. And I'm not even gonna mention who, because as far as I'm concerned, he already out. So he in the best place he is until I come get him. And I'm on my way, so it ain't no problem. Like I told you, you can chat I die low, yay, and he'll know I'm coming. Because he told me come get him. And if these young cats can't honor their chief and his request and what I'm doing, well, they're in violation of the contract. So they got to deal with the House of York.
Well, we here now, and
You
we
like that,
appreciate you.
You like that real House of York, don't you?
Listen, I love the whole concept, because this is what the world, especially us as the original people of the planet, you know, this is the incarnation. This is what we deserve to walk into for this sun cycle of rulership. This is what it's supposed to be.
You don't remember what Sheriff Seal said, do you?
About what specifically? Talk, you got build on it.
When they was dealing with Doc in the case way back in 2003, he was head of the Surf Association.
Mm-hmm.
And he told the Surf Association when they came with that arrest, you know, he was doing all these little private investigations on Doc and all that shit.
Yeah, he was doing all kinds of illegal stuff.
So he told the Sheriff Association.
Yeah, the sheriff, he ran them. Yeah, he was controlling them.
He told them that this was nuclear. And if they didn't put this man down, that he was going to come in and shut everything down. That's why they came out the dock so high. Because he said, this is nuclear.
He understood.
That's right. He said, we don't shut this man down right now. He's going. That's why I look at the people and say, y'all don't know y'all. He
understood. He understood that the doctor's the end. He was the beginning of their end.
That's why he said, this is, I didn't say red. I said nuclear. That's why that's what you see them come, didn't you?
Absolutely.
The issue, the problem that bothered me was that the family members that sold him out for a piece of bread, and now, you know, so they'll never get on this Royal House of York. So that's why I say the Royal House of York, they know who's who. And if they have done anything against their father, well, they don't deserve to get any inheritance. Okay, so that's why I say that's all set up through them. So that's, if he got 50, that's good. Well, the 50 gonna get their inheritance. Okay, no problem.
I understand. Listen, family. Show your love. We got 90-something people in here. Please, can we get 90-something likes? Or it's free to like. All you gotta do is press the thumbs up. Show me some love. And if y'all want to go through, y'all can go through. Y'all need some herbs. Go to naturalnatureherbs.com. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need some. I got some t-shirts at cosmicshop.com. Or you could just show the brother some love with a free will offering. Cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. We on it. You know what I'm saying? Love to love y'all. Wadu, Rabat Wu Ashuk. That's peace and divine unconditional love. Assalamu alaikum. Magic, beloved. With magic. We overstand. Yo, y'all peace and blessings, family. Wadu Moisar. Appreciate you. Emperor KHUFU. Always a bombshell. They're gonna be talking from here to Timbuktu about this. And have a good one. Be safe. Stay focused. I appreciate you. Peace. Thank you. All right. Peace and blessings, family. Y'all be safe.